Themeless Podcast Nation! We're back, man. Episode 3. I'm excited. We got the man.
The myth.
Gang.
we got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Bo freaking Parker. Bo, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm
man?
good. I'm good. Living the dream.
Living the freaking dream.
That's what I
So,
would say.
Yeah.
so I've been super excited. Like, I've been looking forward to this all week, dude. Like, I flew this week. Like, I wasn't even, like, I was more excited to do this episode than fly this week, which is rare, bro.
Dope.
I mean, that's rare from a pilot.
That's rare
Yeah.
from a pilot. So, Bo, introduce yourself to the podcast. Tell them what you do and what you love to do and
Okay.
all that fun stuff.
So my name is Bo Parker. Me and Braden, good friends through really middle school through high school.
Mhm.
Met Wade about how recent was that? Like,
That is,
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Well,
like
we
I've
met
known
before.
you, but like, yeah, we haven't really like interacted much
no,
until
not
like,
till his little graduation party.
yeah, exactly. So it's pretty dope.
That's about a year ago.
Yeah. Holy crap, that's crazy.
That is crazy, dude. That time's flying by, man.
That's
That's
wild.
insane.
Yeah. So I graduated high school with Braden last May. Haven't really decided what I'm gonna do, so I'm just working at the good old Publix.
So
Rainbow City,
Publix
baby.
freaking represent,
Yes,
baby.
sir. And then I do photography on the side. So
Yeah.
We'll plug it, Bo Parker
Yeah.
Media.
Oh,
Links in the
yeah.
description.
Yes, sir.
If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on Spotify, it's at Bo Parker Media on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
He's
it.
great, too. I ain't gonna lie.
Appreciate you, Big G.
Very, very impressed when he came and took some pictures of me.
For softball.
Yeah.
We're also retiring this.
Mm.
This thing just doesn't, nobody really.
It doesn't light up. So.
Yeah.
If you're listening on Spotify, it is a themeless sign that doesn't light up. So it really plays no part
It
in,
just kind of sat there.
yeah, we could do this.
Instead, we got this new fancy light now. That's got to count for something. We
Yeah.
can change the color if we want
Sick.
to.
Look, we got the themeless thing in the back if you're watching on
Yeah, yeah.
YouTube. Heck yeah. So, yeah, man, we're getting this thing kicked off, bro. Like, it's been a good week. I want to address something real quick on the Instagram.
Uh-oh.
I see y'all, bro. Look, and we're getting the mic for this too, bro. Look, I see all of y'all looking. I see all y'all looking at our story on Instagram, bro. And why aren't you following the Themeless Podcast?
I get a lot more views than followers. I'll say that.
Why are y'all like,
Wild.
dude? Like every time I repost something on the Braden Richie
It takes 3
Instagram,
seconds.
we're close to 100 followers on Instagram. We're trying to get 50 on YouTube. We're trying to get more listeners on Spotify. If you're creeping on Instagram, and I'm gonna put this on Instagram as a post,
I would.
me talking
Do it.
right now.
One click away.
One.
Why are you looking at the Themeless Podcast Instagram and not following it? Are you a hater?
Came in the mail today, actually.
Sorry.
Are you a hater?
Oh, man.
Are you a hater if you're not following the Themeless Podcast Instagram?
I mean, pretty
Personally, I think it is pretty fake.
That is pretty fake.
I know I'm just a guess.
Especially if I know you personally. Like you
Yeah.
went to high school with me. It's kind of weird. Fans. Anyways,
fake.
done with my little rant.
Shots. That's tough.
We ready to hop in?
I'm ready to hop in, man.
All right, I've got our first topic of the day. We're going to talk about passion.
Passion.
How was passion? Me and
Passion?
Braden didn't get to go.
Man, it was Passion Conference.
you
was,
did.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. It was a great time. So I joined a new church. My family did probably about a year and a half ago. No, about a year ago.
Where'd y'all go?
Meadowbrook.
Meadowbrook.
Yeah, so it's a great little church, and through now that I'm out of high school, we're in a new place, the young adult ministry, and got to go with all the young adults, and it's just awesome. We got to grow. We got really close to some guys and some girls that go to church with us, so it's pretty cool just to be able to go, and man, it was awesome. The speakers were phenomenal. You had Jackie Hill Perry, she's got an incredible testimony. You got Tim Tebow and Sadie Robertson were there. Then there was, 2 or 3 more that were, absolutely incredible, great stories. The worship was fantastic. It was just awesome because, there was 30+ thousand people in one arena just worshiping God. It was like one of the coolest things I've ever experienced. So it was awesome. But yeah, definitely feeling nice and refreshed being there. But the hard thing is coming back from there and just continuing to like have that fire inside of you once you get back, because it's different when you're in a place with 30,000 people worshiping God. And
Like you say you're gonna
Exactly.
like you say you're gonna be
Yeah.
this person whenever you leave there, and then
Yeah.
it's hard to
Keep
stay
it going.
on there and keep being
easy
that
to go
person that
with
you
the
said you were
motion
going to
there.
be.
Exactly, yeah. It's
You know,
easy to go with the motion.
We,
It's
you know,
hard.
I'm a counselor over at Breakaway.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things we try and preach to the kids is,
Yeah.
you know, I know you're going to be here and we're going to be rowdy and loud because
Right.
all of us counselors, we're going to be rowdy
Yeah.
and loud. Don't let that stop just because we're not there anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't all
Right.
always be rowdy like me. But I mean, you know, we try to harp that to the kids a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, hey,
Yeah.
here it's easy. You know, especially when the guy that we had playing music, I mean, he's rocking so loud that our TVs are shaking.
Yeah.
So it's easy, and so you know, that's a real good takeaway.
Yeah. It's
Who was your favorite speaker?
favorites. That's tough. See, I'm a big Tim Tebow guy. I love sports, and obviously I love God, and Tim Tebow's right there with it. So I liked him, but I thought it was really cool. I love Jackie Hill Perry. I had never heard her. Really, I didn't even know who she was. And if y'all don't know who she is she's gay, but she's a Christian. So it's a really cool way to look at it. So she like grew up being a lesbian, like that's how she was, and then she found God.
Oh, that sound's not coming back, bro. I'm sorry. That sound is not coming back. That thing is gone, bro.
Anyways, back to it.
So she was a lesbian and then found God, and so through that, it's kind of a tough subject for some people. Some people believe like if you're gay in general, you go to hell, which personally I think is false. I think that if you read the Bible, I think that we all sin, and that's just another form of sin. So I think if you may be attracted to the other sex, but if you don't act on that sex, I think that is kind of what determines the fact. If you love God and you love Jesus and you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, but you are attracted to the other gender, but you don't really act on it, I think that's like kind of what, like, I think that's like what determines if you're able to go to heaven. Some people believe that, you know, like.
So if you're just like a nonchalant gay person, basically. Like
Short way, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
Yeah.
In
I
a
know
way.
that sound. I didn't mean to laugh or anything, but that's like a nonchalant gay person, not like flamboyant. Sort of,
I guess,
kinda.
yeah, in a way.
One is personality, but yeah.
Yeah, in a way,
Wasn't there, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there a gay guy who played at Cornerstone in the worship team?
Maybe.
He like
I don't know.
he like converted. Well, he like got saved and like converted. And now he's
Wow.
straight, and I think has a wife and kids.
Hey, man, yeah,
Really?
that might happen.
I think so.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of sick.
It's something that's not talked about a lot, especially in the churches, that you like a
It's
lot
just
of
sad.
it's very sad because I feel like a lot of people who are homosexual get this rap that like Christians hate them and that we don't like them and we don't love them any more than anyone else, and it's just sad, and that they don't think that they have a place at the table with God, which is really just disappointing. But yeah, I mean it's very sad. It's definitely something that needs to be talked about more, and she's doing like a phenomenal. She's wrote books about it. I think I'm about to Google this. Let's see.
Yeah, okay, Google it.
I think she's got a book that's like called. Let's see. Gay Girl, Good God. That's what it's called.
I think I've heard. I think my dad has that book.
Yeah. So it's pretty neat. It's she says, I used to be a lesbian. That's like the name, like the big thing. She used to be a lesbian, and now like I'm not sure like what her status is now, like if she's dating or married or anything like that. But
The Jesus answer would just be redeemed.
exactly, exactly. She is definitely redeemed, but for sure. But she's got a great testimony, and she's, I mean, living out her life for God and not looking back, and it's just such a cool thing because it's like, regardless if you're homosexual or not, it's just kind of a reminder that you're never like too far away. Like a lot of Christians will think like if you're gay, like there's no way you could be with God, and it's just wrong. It's a wrong way to look at it. So she's got a great testimony, and I really loved her. She was probably my favorite speaker, to be honest with you. But
Heck yeah. That's
they
cool.
were all phenomenal.
It's a cool story. I'd like to hear her.
Yeah,
We're
she's
trying to get her at Breakaway.
yeah. We're here on the podcast.
Mhm. Yeah, we could.
That would
There's
be
an
pretty
idea.
crazy.
Hey, look, if you see this,
Yeah,
Come
Jackie
on,
Hill Perry,
don't be
man.
at Themeless Pod
Don't be
on
afraid.
Instagram, themelessusa@gmail.com for any inquiries.
You know, it gets me
Yes,
thinking.
sir.
I wonder if any of my little counselor kids. So when I was a counselor, I had the youngest class.
Mhm.
It was me and a couple other people of my little fellow counselors. We had the youngest class, and I wonder if any of them watch this. I thought about that the other day. It's like, I wonder if any of them watch them, because some of them like got my number, and like they'll text me every now and then.
That's
Really,
good.
that's cool.
Well, shout out to y'all if y'all are
Heck
watching.
yeah! If
Shout
y'all
out
are,
to
make
Wade's
sure y'all
kids,
come
man.
back too.
Yeah.
I mean, we miss y'all.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wade's kids, man.
Yeah, I got around 400 of them.
Golly.
Golly,
It's a lot of kids.
I want to know what you've been doing, bro.
A lot of child child support.
That is a lot of kids to take care of. How many counselors do y'all have?
We had, let's see, there were 4 in my group, 3 in that group, 3, so 4, about 20.
Oh, okay.
22.
That's pretty. So like 20 kids basically.
Yeah.
That's neat.
It just depended on that age range.
Yeah.
And like if you'd been that breakaway before.
Right.
So like last time was my first time. So they put me with the oldest girl that had been doing it for like 3 years now.
Yeah. With
We
experience.
got on great too.
That's
it was
good.
awesome. We was a dynamic duo.
That's neat.
We was doing it. But yeah, and so now and like last year, almost everybody except for like 2 or 3 were like brand new.
Wow.
So it was like 3 people that had done it before, and then like 20 just brand new counselors. And it's not a paid position.
Yeah.
It's
right.
it's
Most
a
of that's
volunteer thing.
stuff. Yeah.
All they give you is obviously room,
Mm-hmm.
and then they give you meals.
Yeah.
It's like whatever the camp eats, you eat.
Mm.
But then like, so it's pretty fun. You
Yeah.
get kind of tired of Chick-fil-A and
Yeah, but
Whataburger and Popeyes because that's all you eat for like
Yeah.
2.5 weeks.
I
But
could do
it's
Popeyes
awesome.
for 2 weeks, low key.
No.
Yeah, I
Trust
could,
me.
bro.
Trust me.
Wait, are you paying for the Popeyes?
No, it's provided for you whenever they order food for the camp. They always have more for us as well. Staff has to eat, but it gets those 3 things. It gets tiring. That first week, that was really good
Yeah, I bet.
because it goes. Breakfast is always on your own, but we don't have time to eat breakfast. We're up and gone and
Yeah.
active. I mean, it's down at the beach too.
Oh wow, that's pretty neat.
So, yeah, if you want to come, let me know.
That'd be sick.
I'll probably have a spot. But so lunch is provided and dinner is provided, and lunch is always Chick-fil-A, Subway, something along that line.
Yeah.
And then dinner's a little bit heavier. It's like Popeyes, or so there's something a little bit bigger. It's fun though.
That is pretty neat.
But that first week is it's top tier.
And then it just slowly.
Then you're like, man, if I have to eat one more Whataburger, I'm gonna cry. And I love Whataburger.
It's just gonna ruin it for you.
Reminds me of Motion, dude. The
Yeah.
Motion conference, bro. Like, the lunches were so mid, dude. Like, we had these just shriveled up hot dogs for lunch one day, dude, and I was starving. And we were stuck at the BJCC. They were not letting anybody leave there, bro. Like, we were just stuck at the BJCC. And, I mean, you could get, like, the $20 chicken finger meal at the concession stand, but
It's
nah,
expensive.
dude.
That's like skiing prices.
Yeah, it's crazy. Arena food is it's
Oh,
Any
the
place,
popcorn is-
any place that you
popcorn-
go that sells food, it's like
yeah, no. It's
here's
wild.
3 chicken fingers. They're
And then
worth
you
like
gotta,
$4. It's like
and you gotta
$22.
take out a loan for your chicken
I mean,
fingers.
I'm like,
It's
okay,
like, it's
well,
crazy.
That's interesting. Yeah, at the ski place we just went to, it was ridiculous. We went up to Sugar Mountain.
Oh, I wish
love
I would have
Sugar
went,
Mountain.
bro.
Yeah,
I
I
wish I
tried
would
to
have
get
went.
you to go.
I wish I would have went.
Sugar Mountain, it was great, but just like all ski places, that lodge food was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing of chicken fingers, it was like 3 or 4 chicken fingers and like a thing of fries was legit $18.
That's crazy.
I was like,
That's kind
God.
of funny, bro.
You get a pizza, bro. It was like 24.
That's
Okay.
so
Okay.
wild.
That's hilarious.
I would be able to afford to eat there.
No, but they did have canned Gatorade.
See, I've
Oh,
never
that
had
is
one of
so
those.
good, dude.
I've never had
Canned
never
had
Gatorade
canned
is
Gatorade.
I've never
insane.
been
Canned Gatorade is just a little bit different, and it's
It's
so
it's
good.
better than the
That's
titty
what
bottle Gatorade. You know what I'm talking about?
the little nipple.
Yeah,
the little
I would have
nipple
those after
bottle
the
Gatorade.
T-ball games growing up.
Yeah,
That's my go-to.
it's so much better.
If you ever go, I know there's the only place I know that sells them at the beach that I've only ever seen the canned Gatorade. Okay, you know when you're coming into Panama City, you come over the bridge over there by Captain Anderson's. So when you come across the bridge and you like go to turn, you kind of are about to go down. There's that little like it's like a trashy looking little gas station that's right there.
Yeah.
Up in there, they have them.
That's
And they're
weird.
so. This is the first
I've
place
never
I
gotten
had
my hands on one. I've always
You
like
need
heard
to.
it.
I've drank
They are-
one before.
them. And it was
Life-changing experience.
which flavor did you have?
The red one, fruit punch.
Dude, the green one's best.
Is it really?
Like
The green apple
Just
one?
straight, no, lemon lime.
Lemon lime. That's it. Yeah. That's it.
Canned Gatorade.
That sounds good.
Wow. It
Let's
will
get some
change
canned
your life.
Yatorade for the podcast.
Next episode, I'll try and find us some.
Bet.
Yeah, I think
Bet.
you can order it on Amazon.
Because we gotta
Really?
get, dude. The garage is looking so bad right now with soft drink selections. It's like we have 2 12-packs of Coke, 1 12-pack of Mountain Dew.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, not
Yeah, if you
sponsored
want,
by the
yeah.
way.
Turns the thing
Let
around.
me turn that around. Then like a whole pack of Sonic seltzers. And then, like, beer that my parents drink.
Mess.
I don't drink the Sonic seltzers.
Neither do I. I don't drink.
Nah.
We'll put that out there.
Nah.
But they're just there for...
Random.
Just there.
So,
Yep.
now to get into our second topic with old guest Bo here. We're gonna dive into your photography business.
Oh, yes,
Tell us
bro.
all, how'd you get started?
Okay, so this is pretty crazy. So, senior trip, I wanted to do something with really my dad, just kind of go out and just kind of explore because we love the mountains. And I went to Jackson Hole, Wyoming when I was like 3 years old, but I was 3 years old. I don't remember any of that. So I was like, he loves it too. So he went to Auburn for college, and they did this thing where you could go out there for like a summer and live. That's pretty cool. So
That's
he
fun. Your
lived
dad
for
did that?
Yeah, he
That's
worked.
sick, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He worked at this little like hat shop in downtown Jackson. It's the coolest place, and made like cowboy hats and stuff like that.
That's
It was
sick.
pretty neat. But yeah, it's like I was like, Dad, why don't we go out there and just do like a road trip? So we spent like probably 7, 8 days, 7 to 9, probably somewhere in there. Drove out and stayed 2 nights in Jackson, but we stayed like hotels like on our way up there.
What's it like being on the road that much, dude?
Dude, it
Like,
was-
how many days were y'all just on the road before you got there?
Our first day and our last day were the longest. The first day was like 12 hours
Do
straight.
you enjoy like driving like that though?
So the way we were in his company car, and like legally I'm not allowed to drive it, so I was in the passenger seat.
You have to
And
like 25 for insurance or something.
yeah, it's wild. Yeah, so it's kind of hard. I was never like a patient person, but that I'll definitely learn some patience. I figured out like I slept most of the time the first day, but on the way home, like that 13-hour drive, I think it was our longest time. I just threw on like Star Wars movies and watched like 3 back-to-back
What
movies.
sucks
It's not
is
a
like
bad idea.
no,
I mean-
for like a long I cannot sleep in cars. I
Yeah.
can't sleep on planes, dude. Like, and
Yeah.
so like if I was on a 12, 13 hour road trip, it'd suck. The
I
I'm
would
longest-
the
fall
complete
asleep,
opposite. I love to drive.
See, driving I would love to do.
No, yeah,
but
I could
sitting in the
easily
car-
drive. Like
Yeah.
whenever we drove to the beach, that was the longest I've ever drove, and it was just me and Hannah, dude. And that drive was easy.
Yeah.
Like, that was such an easy drive.
But-
Except for when you have to pee and you
Yeah,
can't stop
exactly, that's
anywhere,
rough.
dude. And I'm like,
I just
I'm
don't
like,
stop.
I'm like,
Somehow,
dying, bro.
okay, so
I'm not a
I
stopper.
drove to the beach for breakaway.
Yeah.
And this is when gas was kind of high, so I put like 45 in my car. Now back when gas was low, it holds 20. It's a
crazy.
$20 tank. Perfect. I put like 40 in because it was expensive.
Yeah.
It got me all the way from here to the beach.
That's
Not
wild.
one stop.
Really?
All the way. I was so impressed. It's a
No,
good
that's
car.
how my car was, because we filled up at the
Your car,
Mapco.
your car's like twice my size.
Yeah, no, no, but mine, like, we filled up at the, what's it called, the Mapco and Ohatchee, didn't stop once. And I didn't get gas again until it was time to leave for the beach.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. it's
Or to
impressive.
leave to go back home.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty
I-
close.
that was so impressive. And I had a great time driving.
Yeah.
Just-
Driving's
No.
different. Like here, if it was like a long drive, like I would have to sleep. Or I would be so bored. But when you're driving out there, it's like the scenery is completely different. So it's
I
kind of
know,
easier to
that's
stay
so
away. It was.
That's how it was when I went to California. Like, we flew into San Francisco in 2019 summer, and then we drove up the coast on Highway 1, I think it is, and it was like I think a 5 or 6 hour drive from San Francisco to like Eureka, California, and it's insane, bro.
I bet.
It was like, it didn't even feel like that. Like, you're passing like volcanoes and like mountains and like
Yeah.
the beach and like cliffs overlooking water, bro. Like, I was freaking.
Yeah, time flies when you're in
I
like a
was
new
lit,
area.
dude.
That's
No,
how
but
it
no.
was.
Driving,
Yeah,
New
no,
Eng-
it
driving in
does.
New England on the interstate. Like, if I was driving from like Portland to Boston, that sucks, dude. It's just like a regular,
Yeah.
like you're on 59 going to Birmingham.
Yeah.
Like, it's awful.
Yeah,
That highway's awful.
it does suck though. Like time flying by when you're in like
I
such
swear.
a gorgeous place.
We went on a ski trip, went up to Sugar. And I swear, we skied for 2 days. Should have done 3. But we skied for 2 days, and it flew by.
Yeah.
But then, like, you get home, and, like, time is so
slow.
slow.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
how it is on your break at work, dude. It's like you got an hour break, feels like 3.5 minutes went by.
I know.
And 3.5 minutes on your shift feels like an eternity. It's like
So
I like at
weird.
Publix through my line, bro. It's like I do 10 people, and I look down and like 30 seconds has passed by. I'm like, what the heck?
I know. It
You're
makes
just
no
that
sense.
good at your job.
Oh, bro, I'm a goat at Publix, bro.
Facts.
I'm legendary.
I'm
No,
not-
me and
I
Bo,
have to
me and
apply.
Bo, me and Bo
You
duo.
need to for real.
When Bo bags and I'm cashier,
It's
vice
iconic.
versa, we
Iconic.
troll.
We do troll.
Yeah.
Troll.
Anyways,
Back to the
photography.
photography.
Oh
We
yeah,
got
back to-
super
back
off
to-
track.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So I took my granddad's camera out west with us and started taking pictures. He's got like an old, not really old, but it was kind of I don't know, it's probably like, I don't know, we'll just skip past that. But I took it out there and took tons of pictures, and I was like, dang, like I kind of like this. And I was like, well, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I got back and made a whole presentation on Google, I think it was Google Slides, and showed it to my parents about why I needed to just take some time off and figure out what I wanted to do before I wasted any money on school. And they were like, that's fine with me as long as you work. So we applied at Publix, got a job. I was actually already working there when I showed them that. And I had put money aside to buy a MacBook for college. And I was like, well, since I'm not going, I'll just buy a camera. So I bought a camera and like a kit that came with a couple lenses that I don't use anymore. And
Have you thought about selling those lenses? Or if they're even
yeah,
worth
but
anything?
They probably wouldn't go for that much, to be honest with you. I mean, they really aren't even. They're in great condition, but they probably wouldn't go for much. But I could probably sell them, to be honest with you.
Hey, money's money.
Yeah, that's facts. But I reached out to Coach Miles Holcomb at Southside High School.
Shout out, Coach,
man.
bro.
Yes, sir.
He took a chance on
shout
us.
out.
Yeah,
For real, took
he
a chance on us.
check.
And we got injured, didn't even kick.
Last 3 weeks, gave us a chance to kick, and both of us got hurt.
Best experience of my life.
That was fun. So I reached out to him. I was like, hey, man, like, could I come to one of y'all's practices and just get some pictures of the guys? And I mean, it'll be completely free. I'll just send them out to y'all and see how it goes. I just got a new camera and trying to figure out everything. And he's like, yeah, like, absolutely. So I came, like, one day, went, and then went great. Was still trying to figure out, like, I mean, I'm brand new to this. Watching tons of YouTube videos, figuring it out. And some of the pictures turned out great, but some of them were pretty bad. And then the second day went, it was getting a little bit better. And I was like, dang, I kind of enjoy this. So I printed out, I sent all the pictures out to the guys, and they loved it. So printed out all my information and sent it out to them, or gave them to Holcomb, and he passed it out. And then the football season came around, and a bunch of guys, I think I ended up having 19 or 20 for the football season.
That's good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
How much were you charging per person? Were you
So-
charging, like, per game?
Yeah, in a way.
Oh, yeah.
So, but, like, I wasn't going to sit there and charge a lot because, like, I was literally brand new.
Yeah.
And so they had 10 games in total, 5 home, 5 away, like regular season, before they went to Legion Stadium for playoffs. But 5 home, 5 away. And so what I did is I charged $50 for home games, which is like, or no, yeah, $50 for home games. So it's $10 a game. And then if they want to do home and away, I would do $100, so it's still $10 a game.
It's not bad.
Yeah, which is really, when you look at that and the hours of editing that I'm doing and the hours at the games and everything, like, it's...
I mean, you're taking time aside to do that when you could be
Yeah,
working and
exactly.
doing other stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fair price.
Yeah,
really.
I thought it was pretty fair. It might seem like a lot, but, I mean, when you kind of look
I
at...
mean, not really. You know, I paid you the 50.
Yeah, I mean, you look at professional
I
photographers...
mean, I got, like, tons of
yeah,
pictures
Yeah,
from you, and they were good, too.
yeah, I appreciate you. Yes, sir.
So,
but
I thought it was definitely worth it.
Mhm.
yeah, it was. I mean, professional photographers. I mean, they do that for a living, so they're gonna charge more. But I was like, I'm not gonna charge a lot, so I charge pretty low. And the football was great. I mean, it's kind of crazy looking at the pictures from the start of the season and then the end, like, of how much they got better. Like, just
Dude,
learning.
no, the Legion, the pictures at Legion were so
They
crazy,
turned out great,
bro.
man.
They're nice.
Yeah, I love those ones. That was a great experience, seeing all the guys being able to go in a place like that in a big stadium, be able to play. It was just cool for me to, like,
Be there taking
Yeah, I know, it's
pictures
like-
in such like a historic place.
But it's
like
like I never thought I would be doing something like this, so it's pretty neat.
Would you like to do it for a career, you think?
I've definitely
If you
thought
could?
about it. Yeah, I think so. Right
Not-
now,
What if National Geographic just came out, like, sending you an email?
Oh,
Hey, man, we've seen some stuff. We like you.
yeah,
Let's offer you a job.
I would leave everything right
Have
now.
you
and
thought
go-
about
Honestly,
going?
I wouldn't blame
That'd be
you
so
either.
sick.
Have you
That'd
thought
be so
about
cool.
like
Yeah.
like being a photographer for like if you go down to JSU or UAB,
Yeah,
being a photographer there,
I
Like a
thought
sports
about it.
like
photographer,
yeah.
that'd be cool.
like for football or basketball, like
Yeah, so I've definitely thought about it career wise. Right now, it's just kind of like a hobby and a side gig, and it kind of you have to build yourself up. So I feel like
Definitely your own brand.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm probably gonna go to school, like college, and get like a full-time job, like apart from photography, and just continue doing it on the side until hopefully one day, like, I mean, have my own brand and everything. But I mean, it could be a good retirement job too if I retire, and just a good way to make money on the side.
you
So,
definitely have a community kind
Yeah.
of backing by everybody, dude. Like
man, it's been such a blessing doing it here.
you'd
'cause-
be my go-to for photography.
Yeah,
Awesome.
this is awesome, man.
I mean, that's why, and we're gonna plug this, the merch, baby. We got the merch, the Themeless merch.
Little pink hoodie.
Bo, since he's coming on the episode, I want Bo to take pictures for us because Bo's hard like
He's
that.
good
You
at
feel
it,
me?
too.
So we just did that. So shout out Bo Parker
yes, sir.
for the freaking pictures and the merch.
Heck yeah.
Themelesspodcast.com.
Up and running.
Up and running. Go
Yeah.
buy you a shirt. We'll shout you out if you buy
Now-
it. If you're this or late, or if you're still watching or listening.
Oh my
So,
gosh. I'll
yeah,
stutter
okay.
over here. Flex make up for you. Yeah, you're good. So you post some like nature stuff too.
Yeah,
Which do you enjoy more?
that's a tough one. So
Because like some of the nature stuff you've been posting looks really good.
yeah, like you go out there, like when I went out west, that was really what I was taking was wildlife and nature, and it's kind of it's hard. I really like the wildlife, especially going out there. I mean, there's literally grizzly bears and black bears and moose and elk and bison, like literally walking on the side of the road, like it's crazy. And so going out there and I've literally seen. You don't see those often, like living in Alabama. Like it's literally
Or at all, really.
Don't see much of nothing.
You'll maybe see a dead raccoon on the side of the road. That's
Exactly.
all the
I saw an armadillo
wildlife you're
last
getting,
week.
bro.
Yeah. So the way I explain it, like bison especially, man, it's like they're so common out there in Yellowstone that it's like seeing a cow here. Like you
And
see, they're humongous. Like there's cars that are smaller than those.
Yeah,
Like it's
mine.
insane.
Wait time to fit, bro. It's crazy.
But yeah, they're humongous, and but they're so like, it's just amazing to see them, man, and it's awesome. And so I love the wildlife. Nature's awesome though too. It's like I've had a different like look. Like the more I've like grown in God, like you just kind of look at everything and you're just amazed about like how like specific each detail is, and the
Too
nature.
specific to be.
Yeah, exactly. It's way too. It's crazy. You can't explain it. It's
Do you ever
wild.
just be like driving sometimes, bro, and like there's a sunset and you just feel super blessed for
Dude,
like no reason?
all the time.
Like I was driving to Hannah's the other day, bro, and I was just so
Shout out.
like overcome with like positivity and like just
Yeah,
felt
man.
incredibly blessed. Like just I don't know why, bro.
No,
like
yeah,
it was just
that's-
random.
No, I feel
And it was
you.
just like I was in such a good mood for like here for the rest of the day, man.
Yeah.
I just felt just randomly like that, man.
Yeah, and it's like when I went out there, it's like you see everything that's so gorgeous. You realize like how small you are, but yet like you have a purpose and like you're so loved by God, and it just makes you like it's just so overwhelming like to realize that. And so when I went out there, like nature was I love the nature and I love the wildlife and the sports. I came back. I've been a sports guy like ever since I was little. Like I've played tons of sports. And so being able to do that for athletes and being able to kind of not only capture the action shots, but kind of like just the
Intimate moments.
yeah, like
kinda.
the things that people don't see on TV or like just aren't captured. You know, being able to go on the sideline and be able to capture like the just the emotion throughout the game is just so
You're there
cool.
with them.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like every up and down. Like they may not even realize that, but I can see when they're down and see when they're up, and it's just cool to be able to capture those moments. Like I try not to capture the sad moments, obviously, because they don't want to see that, but I try to make sure I'm there to capture the good moments, because it's going to be such a blessing for them to be able to look back on that one day and be like, like that was just a cool moment that they'll always remember. So I don't know if I have a favorite, to be honest with you. I would definitely thought that wildlife was my favorite, but the more I do sports, like I don't know, I just like it. And so because as an athlete, like we had pictures, but like
It's something that we always wanted.
exactly
We
yeah.
always
Yeah,
wanted
I never
people taking
had
pictures
somebody
at the
come.
games.
Yeah, Average Joe's, like, shout out to them. They've kind of been absolutely phenomenal with me. Braden's
I've
dad
seen
actually
them.
got me linked up with him, so
I've seen them
shout out to
post some
Scott
of
if
your
you're watching, man. Thankful for you.
Oh, he
But,
is.
Yeah, he got me linked up with Bo Starkey. He's my guy. And so, they've been great with me, just supportive and everything. And, like, when we were in high school, we were like, man, we got to get Average Joe's or someone out here to get us some pictures and interviews. Like we need some of that. So I understand as an athlete like how much pictures and stuff like mean, and so it's just cool to be able to provide that for them. So.
It really it just immortalizes just like
Yeah.
the said moment.
Yeah,
Or,
exactly.
like I know like in baseball games, like every athlete loves to get pictures of them, and not even just because they like looking at themselves.
Yeah,
it's more
just,
of like I get to see this forever now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
like I
can
like
remember
looking
it now
back at the
forever.
moments, dude.
Exactly.
Like
High school ball is not gonna last forever, and it's some of the
Exactly.
best whatever
Yeah,
sport
Yeah,
you're playing.
like
It's some
looking
of the
back
best
at it,
ever.
dude, I hated soccer so much whenever we played it. But now looking back at it, dude, it was like
There's a lot
It
of good
wasn't the
moments.
soccer part. It was the friendship
It's
and
the
bonding
it's
moments
the camaraderie
that we
yeah.
all had, dude. And like the little things, like skipping practice to go eat Burger King, man.
No, it's
walking
the
in
food
on
after practices
Yeah.
or games.
Mhm.
Oh, I'll never forget that.
Yeah,
Clutch.
dude. Like it's all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
I didn't
100%.
necessarily like playing the game that much, but it was just the friendship and the bonding we all had
Mhm.
as a team together is like. I look back every day. I'm like, man, I took
Kinda
this for
miss it.
granted,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. Everyone like talks about like don't peak in high school. Like high school's not that big, but like when you leave it, like I'm not peaking in high school, but it's just cool to be able to sit back and like remember the cool
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome.
Is it such like a huge like, it like coming
It's
out
when
of
you
high
figure out
school?
who you are.
Yeah, because
exactly.
I've learned so much about myself since. Like the summer felt like a normal summer
Mm-hmm.
because it hasn't hit you yet. That
Yeah.
I mean, we graduated, but it hasn't hit you that you're not going back to school.
August is when
Yeah,
it hit
August
me.
is when it hit me, and I'm like, dude, I might be in college, but I'm not in high school, and it's the weirdest feeling ever.
Yeah, it is.
And
I'm
so,
ready.
like, you're trying to, like, pass the time by
Mhm.
and do stuff that makes you feel, like,
Yeah.
that makes you have, like, sort of a purpose. I
Yeah,
know that sounds
exactly.
kind of bad, but you're trying to find something that makes, because, like, your entire personality when you're in high school is, if you're an athlete or if you're in
Yeah.
band, like, or what you do, you come out of that, you're no longer, if your personality still revolved around that, that's the peaking in high school.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's just trying to find out like who you are and
Mhm.
what you are in this world whenever you graduate.
Yeah.
And I think I've probably found it, but there's still a long way to go.
So this road has actually perfectly led me into another little segue.
Heck yeah.
I've got two branches I'm coming from this.
Mhm.
First one, if you could go back to high school, what would you do different? This is something that I had brought up with a friend a couple
That's a
days
great
ago.
question.
And it was so different for me.
Yeah.
Like if I could go back to high school, I would, number one, I had AP classes. I wouldn't have done those.
Yeah.
They didn't pan out. They don't.
Mm.
They're kind of, I took all the AP classes you basically could. And I
Yeah.
passed, I think, 3 exams.
Mm.
Those credits don't transfer to any of the big schools in the state except for South Alabama. It's the only one. So it's really
Yeah.
not worth it.
You're obviously not at South right now. So.
Exactly. So, like, my answer was I would have dropped to the advanced. We had 3 diplomas at Gadsden City,
Mhm.
which is basic, advanced, and then
AP.
AP.
Yeah.
I would have just done advanced, dual enrolled.
Mm.
And the second thing I would have done different is I would have played every sport.
See, that is my biggest regret. See, I played sports, and one thing I would change is my attitude towards sports. I
Mm.
mean, I was like all about winning, and if we didn't win, like it killed me.
It made me mad.
Exactly. Like I forget that it's a game and we're there to have fun.
I
It's like-
hated losing more than I liked winning.
Exactly. I need that quotation marks. That was dope.
Yeah.
That was my mindset. And then I wish like I would just go out and like, especially when we tried out for kickers on football those last 3 weeks.
Best time of my life.
I was like, dang, like
dude.
why didn't I do this earlier? Because we
Exactly.
had gone out like 2 years before and like kicked
No,
around.
dog,
the
we
Rainbow
were in
Middle.
like 7th grade.
Yeah,
8th grade.
it was wild, and we were like, dude, what if we went out and kicked? And we just never did
Never
it.
did it.
And but I mean, we would have had so much. fun.
I'd have done every sport.
Yeah, it was.
Like, towards
Exactly.
in the beginning, I played like 2 sports. I ran and played baseball
Yeah.
because I was too small to play football. If I were to go back now, I'd have played football, baseball, ran. I'd have
I
played
would've done it all.
golf.
Yeah,
I'd do it all.
done it all.
Really,
That's
such a
definitely my
deal.
big. And the way I treated people, man. I look back at this all the time. Middle school and high school, especially. High school, really. Like everyone says, like middle school is like where you change. Like yeah, your body's going through all those changes and everything. But high school, like, I started to change. Like I changed from middle school to like being like I thought I was kind of nice in elementary and middle school, but high school, dude, like especially freshman through like junior year. I was like a turd, dude. And like I was bullied in middle school until I became the bully, especially in high
Yeah.
school, and I was just a jerk to people. I was a jerk to Braden for real. Like you may not even know, but I was a jerk to you.
Were you?
Yes, like at times, like everybody. It was bad, and so like junior year, I started like right at the end. I was like, man, like what am I doing? Like these are my friends, and I'm treating them
Yeah.
bad. And so senior year, I tried my best to kind of be like a lot better.
I never really noticed.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well that makes me feel a little better, but but yeah, I mean,
I mean,
the way I
if
treated
it's-
people.
yeah,
is
bro, I
definitely
would have. Nah.
bigger. Yeah, but that's a great question, but that's kind of my
For me, it'd probably be my biggest regret would be probably pretending to be someone that I really wasn't.
That's a good one too.
That is-
'Cause I feel like I always just felt like I was different from everybody,
Yeah.
and I hated being different. I wanted to be popular. I wanted to be like the popular kids.
Yeah.
I wanted to be them because they were so cool. They were always doing
weren't.
something. They were always hanging out with their friends.
God, it made me so mad.
You know, and I tried, like, I would try to be like them, and, you know, I was cool with them, you know what I'm saying, but, like, as it went on, like, junior year, I started realizing that nobody really cares, and if they, or I don't care what people think about me.
Yeah.
That's when I
Junior
started,
year was a wake-up
that's when
call.
I started,
It was. I agree.
that's when I started, like, growing into myself more.
Yeah.
Junior year for me was the COVID year.
Yeah. That
Yours
was
sophomore, right?
Yeah, sophomore year. Yeah.
Yeah. See, junior year for me, because I was kind of in the same boat, where I was like, I really like wanted to fit in. Really kind of cared what people think. Wanted to be with the
The
cool
crew.
kids, and I always kind of was, because I was into this kind of the same sports.
Yeah.
It's like I always sat at the same tables, like I always was with them and in the same group chats, but I was never like
Right.
close and like with them like they were, and I always wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like junior year and COVID hit,
Yeah.
awakening.
Yeah.
I was like, then so like senior year, I was so different.
Yeah.
That's when I just stopped caring what people thought.
This is,
Just
yeah,
whatever I
like,
wanted.
I stopped, like, because I used to always be so focused, like, in middle school and, like, freshman year, especially freshman year in 8th grade, I'd be so concerned about what people thought about me.
That was the same
And
way.
it, like, I remember, like, it'd be so bad to the point to where, like, I would be so scared to even walk in the hallways because I didn't want to, like, I was so focused on trying to look cool. Like, I would literally just be so scared and full of anxiety trying to walk in the hallways. And nobody's paying attention to you in the hallways.
It's crazy.
You're trying to get to point A to point B.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like, junior year, it's just I started realizing, like, I was always different. I felt like I always had different interests than everybody else. So, you know, I started realizing that is a good thing.
Yeah.
And then, like, I just started transforming my mind to not care what anybody thinks and do my own thing, and, you know, that I don't have to go by what everybody else does.
Yeah.
I can do what makes me feel good and what is in my best interest and not what anybody else thinks. So, yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
Senior year, dude,
That's
it felt
awesome.
great. Senior year was a good year.
Senior year was.
That's
a good
when we've
year.
met. And we became friends.
Yeah.
was
Yep.
Senior year.
So,
Senior year was definitely when I became like I felt myself.
Yeah.
Junior year when I had like my knee surgery, I went out and like sports was my identity, dude. Like everything I had went into sports, and when I had that surgery, it was such a big wake up call.
Yeah.
It's like especially like once I graduated high school too, and you don't have that sports feeling, like still like you like when I had knee surgery, like I knew like man, this is just weird. Like I have nothing to go to, but I had something to work towards in a way.
yeah.
Like I wanted to get back so I could experience soccer my senior year, but then at the same time it was like who am I without sports type thing. And then like once I graduated, like I had senior year, it woke me up, but I didn't really like act on it until like after I graduated. And it's like man, like I have no idea who I am, and so I had to figure that out. But yeah, it's a great question about what we do different.
Well, I always, like, I never really, like, sports, like, I always enjoyed sports, but, like, what I really, like, identified myself in was, like, content and streaming and stuff like that. Like, I felt like that was, like, one way that I could fully express myself, and so that was something that, like, really carried me through, like, the years, like, dude, like, honestly, like, I was making YouTube videos in first grade. Like, I was making Super Mario plush videos in first grade, man.
That's a dub.
And so, like, it really, honestly,
Run those up.
content, like, I was always so excited to get home and stream or make a YouTube video or vlog. And I felt like that was, like, the one way I could truly be myself was in my content. And I didn't care who saw my content.
Yeah.
But it's whenever I get outside of being in front of the camera, it's like I felt like I couldn't be myself.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I had to pretend to be something else. So, just that's getting kind of deep, man. But
that was a great conversation.
Digging them out.
yeah. So
the truth.
yeah. Moral of the story, dude. Don't care.
care.
Don't care about what anybody thinks.
'Cause
Nobody cares.
does.
It's overrated.
Everybody overthinks crap. Like that's what I say.
Which is why, I mean, if you look at the numbers, like depression and anxiety is so high.
And you know why?
Yeah.
And do you want to know why? Your cell phone, social media.
It really is.
Comparing yourself to other people.
Yep.
Like, that's what, bro,
Like everybody wants that really cool Instagram feed.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to look a certain way. I'm just posting softball pictures.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
They're cool.
Bro, like, we're going to be posting the podcast.
Yeah,
Like, come on now.
I'm
Like,
just doing stuff that I enjoy
Right.
doing at this point, you know?
Everyone posts the highlights on their social medias. They no one ever sees the
the
lows.
real, yeah,
And,
nobody
like,
sees the real you.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's just
Crazy.
crazy.
I think it was my dad who told me. He was like, just remember, whenever you've seen somebody's social media, that's only the best.
exactly.
That's like, they
Yes.
picked out
You
the
only
very best
show
of
the
them.
best.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's such a interesting way to look at things.
Yeah. It's
People
And
only
that's
show you
how,
their
like,
best. They
I've,
don't show
like-
you their lowest.
That's how, like, I've tried to transform myself since graduating, like, is getting, like, being on social media less, because that is the biggest way you can be depressed, social media.
Yeah.
Like, big time, dude. And then, like, that's what I try to say to, like, Hannah and stuff like that, man. It's like, or I think all girls are they try to be each other.
Yeah, girls.
Like, girls are
way
the
worse than
biggest,
guys
the
are, I think.
biggest, just, they all want to
What
be
was
the
number
same,
one
bro.
gift that everyone got? All girls got this year.
Stanley Cups.
Stanley Cups, man.
Sister and girlfriend both got one.
You know, dude, it's like, what's the hype around that, man?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's definitely a struggle, especially for girls. I feel like there's just this, not really like a want, but they feel like they need to look and to be like each other, or they need to have like this dream body, which I think it's great if you want to, work out and eat healthy to get this dream body, but I don't feel like you need to have.
They're
for
not
the right
doing. They're not
reason.
doing
Exactly.
it. They're not doing it
Yeah.
for themselves. They're doing it for how they.
to
how
the ones
they'll.
that are, all the power to them.
Yeah.
Right.
Love them, and you'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people definitely know.
I think
if
a
you're
prime
good.
example of that would be like Sydney. Sydney would be one of those people
Sydney
that,
is,
that is doing it for themselves.
yes, Sydney
Big
does
time.
not care about likes. She has like her little fitness page. She barely.
She
even
barely
posts on
posts
it.
on it.
Yeah.
So shout out to Sydney if you're watching this.
Heck yeah.
But
Sydney's a real one.
yeah, man. Like,
Sydney is a really genuine person.
yeah, for real.
I've never met her,
Wonder-
so I'm
she's
just
a good
gonna not- I
person.
know who y'all talking about, but I don't I
Yeah.
don't really know her personally.
And dude, I was just thinking like, girls say, you know how girls say like men are so simple,
Yeah.
but because we're
Well, I mean,
like
we are.
we are, but like we're not always trying to be extra. We're doing
Yeah.
our own little thing, or most of us. I know I am. I know y'all are, but we're all doing our own little thing most of the time. We're not trying to be the same exact person. Like
Yeah.
we're not trying to go to Alabama just because we want to be in a sorority.
Yeah.
You know, we're not. You know, we're doing what we love to do, man. And that's make podcasts for the people.
Yes, sir.
I can't sometimes I still can't believe that we actually started the podcast.
It is kind of crazy to look
we
about like
talked-
where
I mean,
we're
we
at
talked
right now.
about it
No, and like
for a while.
where we've came from the second episode to now,
It's
it's
also
like
wild.
we're a completely different show.
Like
dude.
I was telling Braden the other day, like I never post on Instagram. That's always been a goal of mine. Like post more. Like my most recent posts are all like super like real posts. Like one of them's like the breakaway dunk, and it's like
Yeah.
random. There's like a picture of like my bloody thumb in there.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
and then I think my other recent post is like an Easter picture, and the other one is the softball photos.
Yeah.
Which are cool, and I don't really, just kind of cool stuff like that. I've been trying to post, but like recently I've been posting the podcast stuff on my story.
Yeah.
And I used to get like 30, 40 views. Now every time I post, I'm getting 120, 130, 140,
That's dope.
and it's like, huh?
Because it's
Podcast kind of
again,
growing,
bro.
There you go.
which
doing
is
something
wild.
different,
which
man.
is something we just kind of joked about.
Yeah.
And then soon,
Well,
we're
like-
trying to talk about like making this like a studio.
Yeah, like I want to like
Just
me and my
interesting.
mom talked like before I graduated, and she said that like she brought up the idea of me making a podcast, and I was like,
Okay.
but I don't know what I'd make the podcast about. Like I'm barely compete. Like I don't compete anymore in Call of Duty. I'm not streaming as much. I'm not making much content anymore. Like, what would the topic be? Fast forward a little bit. Me and Wade, I bring the idea to Wade.
The podcast.
Wade messes with the podcast.
I'm like,
We want to do it.
Shout
So we're
out to
trying to
Braden's
think of a
mom.
name.
Heck yeah.
I said,
What a
I
supportive
literally
mom,
said, I
that's
sent
awesome.
it to him as a joke too. I was like, what if it was just like themeless?
And you can scroll
That's actually-
on
no,
the
it's-
text messages and see.
That's
And
like
he
a
was like-
brilliant idea,
He was
though.
like,
That's awesome.
huh.
Yeah. No, that
like,
actually.
we were.
I've never seen a podcast like that. Like I thought it was a cool.
They always have something.
Yeah, exactly. Like
And I think
Ours
that's
is
so
just-
boring, dude. It's like
yeah.
it's like
It's just
Russian.
real.
It's like
We
every
haven't had an
episode's like
episode the
Russian
same
roulette.
yet.
No, yeah, not
It's
at
like
all.
Russian roulette with what you're gonna get, like the episode with Seth, dude.
Wow.
Just pure funniness. The episode with me and Wade, like football, music, stuff
Yeah.
that
Random.
we love. This episode, real talk, bro.
Random.
This is real talk.
Real
yeah,
talk,
random real
man.
stuff.
And that's what I
love it.
really wanted to. I really wanted to get in deep with something on the podcast
Yeah.
because it's not talked about much.
I love
You don't
deep
get in.
conversations.
I do too.
Like I love talking about stuff that isn't talked about a lot.
Well, and
I
it's
don't
good
know
to
why.
What
get-
matters?
Yeah,
Well, it's good to get certain stuff off of your chest that you've been wanting to say for a long time,
100%,
and just put it out there, and you feel so much better, and then everybody else knows, and
And especially
you know.
if it helps someone else,
yeah,
you know, speak
yeah.
their mind.
because that's what like I want it. Like the podcast is themeless, but my sole reason, and this is why I made content in the first place, aside from the podcast, because I always wanted to inspire
Yeah.
people, and like whether that was through gaming or just random vlogs I would make, I always wanted to inspire people and just to be themselves, and that's what I want to do with the podcast, because like we're just two random guys. Like I'm a pilot. You want to be
I'm
what,
in mortgage
man, and you know Bo wants to be a photographer. It's like we're just random kids, man.
Yeah.
And like we're making this, and we have goals of the podcast blowing up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
everybody does. I mean,
But
anybody
like,
that starts anything is like, oh, what if it blows up?
Yeah.
What if it does? It does. If it doesn't,
but
it
we're
doesn't.
putting in the
yeah.
work. But like, you know, I want to inspire people to just show them they can start up and do anything they
You
want.
know, I would be happy with the podcast if it never blew up.
Yeah, it's just cool to be able to do something that you enjoy, and
Exactly.
not like. Sometimes like you get caught up in the worry of like, man, what if I don't make it, type thing. But it don't
What if I
matter.
fail?
That
Yeah,
doesn't even, dude.
exactly.
Like, I'm so excited. I don't even care if our post like
They could
if
have
a
one
video
line.
got like 5 likes. Like, I'm
Okay.
so excited to post new content
It's so
on
fun.
the podcast Instagram, dude. It's like I was thinking to myself the other day, like I haven't been this excited like to post anything in forever. Because like I used to like get home and just stream or get home and play tournaments for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But you know, now it's posting little 1-minute
Podcast
reels on
clips.
Instagram or on TikTok, dude. And it's like I don't care about the likes. Like I went on TikTok the other day after not being on the podcast TikTok, and a video had like 1,500 views, 140 something
Yeah.
likes, and I was like, eh. It was funny. It was I think it was the Waffle House,
I bet it
the
was.
Waffle House one, dude. That was
Waffle
funny,
House.
but you know, we're just doing this because we love it.
Because we
know
love
what
it.
I'm
Which
saying?
kind of leads me into my next little topic I had.
Heck yeah, look at us. on the
Kind
roll.
of bring us back on track.
Yeah,
What are y'all's future goals and
All
careers?
right.
that's a tough one, especially for me.
What's the end goal?
Yeah, the end goal. That's the most important.
The end goal for me, it really doesn't depend on what career I go on. I've always been passionate about raising a family. I want to be a dad. Like,
Heck.
I feel like that's going to be such a special thing, and being able to provide for him is definitely up there. Like, I want to have a family, not have to worry about money. Like, I don't want the kids
Yeah.
and the mom, but at the same time, like I've gotten so caught up in that, trying to figure out a career, like based on money alone, like stuff that truly I'm not interested in. I was like, well, that'd make money. But at the same time, I don't want to be a miserable dad who
Yeah,
comes
like
home
you don't
with
like
no energy.
you
Just a
want
big 9-to-5 guy
Exactly.
Like, you
who
want,
hates
like,
his life and job.
you want
Yeah.
you want to be like you don't want to be like, oh God, I got to go to work today. Like you
Right,
gotta be like
exactly.
you got to be.
If you don't enjoy what you do,
Yeah.
you're setting
You'll
yourself
never
up for
work a day in
failure.
your life.
That's
Which
right.
is surprising for me because I'm going into what sounds so boring.
But it-
Mortgage lending.
But if you enjoy it,
But like all the real estate stuff I've seen, I've never, from all the stuff I've done, like the tax job I had, I've enjoyed every bit of it,
That's
and
good.
like I'm good at it. So
Yeah.
like, my goal is to, well, I have two of them technically.
Mhm.
One of them is
The
to
beach.
be, to
Have your own thing at the beach.
Is to have my own firm.
Yeah.
So I can do what I enjoy doing, but be financially free enough to do whatever I also wanted to do.
Open it up at the beach.
That I would love to. You just be financially free, be able to provide for family, like you said, them not having to worry about money.
Right.
That's kind of been a thing when I've grown up is, money's been a topic in the house.
Yeah.
Which some people don't ever talk about money to their kids, but
Yeah.
my dad has been, and mom, especially my mom, have been very like, this is how we handle money. This is how you need to handle money. This is the best things for you to do while you're young.
Well, it's
Blah, blah,
good to
blah,
be
blah.
financially smart and not
Yeah.
just be a complete dumb with your money, bro.
And see, like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn from their mistakes, so
Right.
I don't make the same mistakes and be dumb myself. I
Yeah,
get
you don't wanna
I
have
get I'm
this-
young and dumb, but
Yeah.
like,
I mean, you're gonna make your own
I'm-
mistakes, man.
which is inevitable. But I'm trying to like, okay,
prolong those mistakes.
listen.
from ever
I'm trying to like
happening.
listen. Okay, they're I see it. So honestly, I think that's where my want to go into the finance field kind of came from.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably so.
And so,
It's
but
I
my
think-
second plan though, really
Yeah,
funny.
Let's hear it.
If everything else fails, I'm just gonna like move down to the Caribbean or something and like spear fish for a living.
That would
Like,
actually
catch lobsters. I mean,
that would actually kind of be
That'd
like
be a dope.
that
way
would
to
be a
live,
pretty
bro.
cool life.
I mean, not a bad option.
No, that's not at all.
I can keep my
Why
hair
can I
long.
low-key- yeah, why can I low key see you doing something like that and have like
Exactly.
the best time of your life?
Oh, I
Bro,
would. I'd be
yeah.
so tan.
Get, nah, bro, just get recurrent and then get a seaplane down there.
Heck yeah, I'll just have Braden come fly.
There you go. Y'all could be partners. You could do like travel, like
That would be cool.
yeah, like have your own business and take people like fishing and
Yeah.
spearfishing and
Bro,
stuff.
Well,
That's
yeah,
lit.
yeah, down all around the coast and islands and stuff. Guided tours is huge.
You could do
like,
plane tours.
fishing
I
tours.
thought about that down
That's
at the beach.
You know what? That's a big thing at fishing, like plane guided tours in Alaska.
Oh, I bet.
Dude,
Apparently-
there's so much aviation
there's-
opportunity in Alaska.
Apparently, that's a big thing.
I've
It's
thought
like they'll take
about
people flying
once
to-
I get my
I bet.
commercial and multi-engine rating, just moving to Alaska
Dude,
That'd
I
be
would
dope.
love to go to
to
Alaska.
fly, man.
I'm telling y'all, I mean, it's
We're
like
crazy.
it's like a 1A 1B type plan.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. What about you, Brandon?
Is it my turn?
Yeah,
Yes,
let's
sir.
hear it.
End goal, just be happy, man.
That's
End goal, be happy.
always good.
What I want to do though is dude, well, I want to be in aviation because that's what I'm in school to do right now. I'm a student pilot, you know.
And that's not something that just came out of the blue. Like you've been, like ever
I've
since I've
been-
known you, you've been talking about being a pilot.
I've wanted to be a pilot
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the longest time, man. Like, I remember what happened. We were, my mom's friend Farah and Christina wanted to go see Real Madrid play in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And I was a little soccer geek back in the day. And so, of course, I wanted to go. So me, my mom, and my sister, and then Farah and Christina, we went up there. I got to fly on an airplane for the first time.
Hooked.
And I flew, but what really got me was the pilots. It was the captain. He gave me a pair of plastic Delta wings. I was like, this dude is so freaking cool, bro.
I will say, I've known a lot of pilots. I've not met one that isn't pretty interesting.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, pilots. Like I've never like personally known one until now. In the next few years, this guy right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, they all have like interesting lives. Like they just
Yeah,
like the
there's
ones
no
that
one
I've
like
seen-
normal.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then, you know, every summer we'd go do something with my family that would require you to fly. So it's like something I always look forward to is flying on an airplane.
yeah.
And
I
then,
look
like,
forward
I
to it every
really
day.
started to realize that doing this as a career would be awesome because from a young age, my dad always told me that you're not going to go anywhere staying in this town.
That's facts.
You're just going to be depressed and you don't want to live in this town. And so being able to travel opened my eyes to what the world holds
Yeah.
and that there's so much more than Gadsden, Alabama. And so I realized that I don't want to be stuck here the rest of my life, you know, and be just one of those people. Like, I want to live in a new place with a family, and they'd be like, hear my last name and have no idea. Like, I don't want people to I don't want to be stuck here and be like, oh yeah, I know. Like, I want to be like, nobody knows him, you know what I'm saying?
You don't want to be so and so's kid.
Yeah, I don't want to
right.
be so-and-so's kid. Yeah, I just want to be Braden Ritchie.
Yeah. I like
So, yeah, traveling
Pilot
really...
extraordinaire.
Yeah, so I want to live somewhere else, but I started to realize that I wanted to be a pilot because I'd be able to write my ticket anywhere, as my dad says. I'd be able to live anywhere I wanted to live.
Not a bad.
that is
So,
yeah, that's
uh,
pretty neat. Especially if you did like commercial, like you'd
That's-
fly and like you stay and you get to see all different
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
places and you'd be like, man, like
I have an ex of mine
Mhm.
who is now a stewardess on a plane, and that's what she
Yeah.
was like. Always wanted to do that.
wow,
She just wanted to see the world. And that's what she does literally.
it's
She'll
awesome.
fly into a town, stay there a few days, see everything there's to see, get on the flight,
It's crazy.
bro, that's what-
which is so cool.
Yeah, that is like a really neat thing because there's like you said, there's a lot more to this world than Gadsden, Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
don't want to be stuck here, bruh.
Yeah, like
Do
that's
not
when
wanna
I
be
was
stuck
deciding my
here.
senior trip. Everyone's going to the beach. I'm like, dude, I will go to the beach the rest of my life. Like, I want to go see something.
Yeah, that's
This is
why
crazy.
I went.
See,
I
I
went
feel
up-
the most at home at the beach.
Well, the beach is great. I'm not.
Beach is
I
great.
love the beach, but I'm like, I want to see something that like I don't see like often, like every
Yeah.
year. Like, and so I went out west where literally I don't remember. I've seen it, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
it.
I
It was
went
awesome.
for my senior trip. I went to Massachusetts. I made shout out Khalil, bro. I made my dog Khalil. But a little backstory: me and Khalil met on Fortnite in a random match, and I have the video footage on my YouTube channel still. I was streaming Fortnite. I decided to hop into a squad fill game. It was Khalil, Carson, and someone else. And me and Khalil became like best friends. Shout out Khalil if you're watching this. So I made
That's
Khalil
always
a
fun.
promise that whenever I was 18,
I remember that. Dude.
I would come to Massachusetts.
That was like 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah.
And you did.
And I stuck with that promise, and we hung out, and it was a great day. It was a amazing day.
That's a
I
cool
remember
story.
that clear as day. I'd play like trios with y'all or something like that, and it was just like you. I remember you saying like I'm gonna go down to Massachusetts one day
Yeah.
and hang out with Khalil.
Yeah.
Funny
So I did that, man, and that's where I really honestly want to live. Is
Massachusetts.
Cape Cod, Massachusetts,
It's
man.
cool up there.
I
I've never
love
been,
it,
but
dude. We need to
looks
go
awesome.
up there.
Yeah, it does look pretty neat. I've seen all your
I
pictures.
love it so much, man. It's like those are my people, bro. Like they're
that's how I
you
feel
know
at the beach.
Yeah.
they're like
I
my
went down to
people,
Key
man.
West.
Key West is
I
amazing,
felt
bro.
at home.
I've
It's
never
like-
been to Key
I was like,
West.
It's
this
like-
is where I'm supposed to be.
It's like,
good.
dude, the thing
That's
about Southern people. I mean, I'll always be Southern, but I'm not a country boy. is that they sugarcoat everything. They're like, bless your heart, like,
Yeah.
bro. They're so direct up there. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, bro. Like, you're on the street. Get the what up? What are you doing? Like,
they don't have any
and they
Southern
don't care, bro.
hospitality.
You're like,
No.
but they are, believe it or not, some of
They're honest.
the nicest people I've ever met in my life. Massachusetts, man.
There's something about like
Maine, dude. The
people being
nicest
like
people I've ever met.
sugarcoating. Like, I mean, they're being nice and respectful, but at some point, like, you've got to be real.
Yeah, but they're so honest up there, and I love honest people, man. It's freaking lit.
Facts.
Heck yeah.
I agree.
Gucci gang, bro.
Gucci gang, bro.
Gucci gang. But yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. Like Cape Cod, that's my place. Pretty good food, good lobster rolls, nice
Lobster
people.
roll sounds glorious.
I love food.
Got the tiki bar.
Dude, if
a
metabolism
food
wasn't
guy.
a thing, I promise you I would not be able to fit on this couch.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Nah, bro, for
I'm
real,
getting
real
there.
talk. There's some days when I'll eat a ton of stuff, and then there'll be some days when I eat like
nothing. I
like
feel-
3 Werthers, and that's it. I'll just suck on 3 Werthers all day and be fine, bro.
Like the
It's
caramel
really-
cake?
Yes, dog. Those are.
See,
Those
I'm on
are
this-
good.
I'm
bro.
on this
Oh
weird
my
diet, and
God,
I
they're
forgot
so
how much
good, bro.
Dieting sucks.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's
Yeah.
like, what did you eat today? The same thing.
Yeah, the same thing every
This
meal.
is all last week.
Chicken and rice.
Chicken. I had this is my go-to lunch. I'll have a bagel roll from Kobe and like 2 slices of like 2 like grilled chicken tenders. That's my lunch. Almost every day, or it's just grilled chicken.
Dieting's hard. My girlfriend doesn't really want me to do it just because like I think she tried it one time and it just like changed. Like she still looks at food like a number, like calories.
That,
wise, and
bro,
she
you can't
just
do
I
that,
enjoy
hate
bro.
counting
food.
calories.
Can't
Yeah.
do that, bro. So unhealthy.
It-
So I
yeah,
started
it
running
just
again.
So
ruins.
what the thing is about, and I saw this study,
Mhm.
and you like the problem with people gaining weight is snacking constantly,
I'm
and
so
you
bad
need to
about
go. You need to have 3 meals a day, but you need to be intermittent fasting throughout the day. So you eat breakfast, you don't eat a single thing, drink water,
that. Eat lunch.
eat lunch, then don't eat anything else, and then eat dinner. And it's something with your like glucose and sugar and stuff like that, that all those are spiked whenever you're constantly snacking throughout the day, which adds fat and you gain weight.
That makes sense actually.
But when you're fasting throughout the day and then eating just big meals, you're not going to gain. It's scientifically proven you're not going to gain weight. I mean, unless you're eating just the absolute worst, like 5 3-topping pizzas from Pizza Hut, like 5 chocolate
well,
cakes,
then we have
and
a
then you're just
problem.
going to be fat, bro. You're going to be obese. You are going to be massive. But, I mean, if you're eating like, you have like 3 pieces of pizza and then like a salad or something, you're going to be chilling.
Yeah.
But,
So, like-
I mean, you should be eating, not healthy, but you should be eating good. You shouldn't be pigging out on,
Right,
like
yeah.
fast food every single day. But, and before, I'm sorry I cut you off again.
You're
Soft
good.
drinks. is terrible too. But I had to treat
I
ourselves.
haven't
to a
drank
pint.
one in a
zero,
minute.
boys.
Look at him.
That's what,
Told you,
like,
I'm
I
dying.
do good. I'm getting so much better about drinking water. Anyways, wait, what were you gonna say?
So speaking of drinks, so what I've started doing is I have, since I still live at home,
Twisted
I've
tea.
started to take over kind of the drinks. Like I'll buy all the drinks, and I've swapped. If I'm buying drinks, I have now swapped all, like if it's a soft drink, all to the zeros. Because just about every drink out there now has a 0-calorie version.
Yeah.
Dude, even Red Bull. You had the Red Bull. What was it? No sugar?
Yeah, they have 0 sugar. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I love Red Bulls, so, like, I'll swap over to 0 sugar Red Bulls. I like the 0 sugar Red Bulls. I don't
Yeah,
have
that's
any
a-
problem. And
that's
they're,
a
like,
great way
I
to
think
start off.
5 or 10 calories.
Yeah.
And so, like I've tried, like, last summer, I really dieted, like, pretty much, like, right now.
Mhm.
And I lost, like, 30, 40 pounds, honestly.
Wow.
But genetics, I'm always going to be a big guy. I mean, I'm
Oh,
like
bro,
6'4".
low-key, I was-
My shoulders
dude,
are broad.
I was
Broad
stalking your
guy.
Facebook one day. You used to be a skinny boy.
Yeah, like my
you
socks,
used to be
it was-
like
oh,
Jake Bell thin, like thinner
it
than
was-
Jake
it
Bell.
was-
bro.
Shout out,
Have you
Jake.
seen it?
Uh-uh.
Look here.
Dog,
Check
you
the-
will
check
not
my Instagram.
recognize him. He almost
Here's a-
does not look like
Okay,
the same
so
person, dude. It's
Here's like
insane.
my senior year. Here's my
Oh my gosh,
sophomore year.
Isn't that
I was
crazy,
so
bro?
tired. Look at my legs. Oh, so that's the girl that is a stewardess now.
Is it the
That's
redheaded
back.
chick?
No, it's Alyssa. Remember?
Oh,
You
yeah.
do kind of have that Jake Bell build, though.
No,
I was
bro.
so small,
Oh,
and then
God.
like halfway through like junior year, see that's why I was like I was too small to play football
Yeah.
because I was in Kansas City. Everybody was huge,
Yeah.
and I was always good throughout my life.
Right.
Should've been a
Dad-
punter.
My dad was a big football guy.
You could have been a dog as a punter, though. You had to be.
You had that punter
Low-key,
build,
he did
man.
have
Well,
a
see,
punter
like
build.
I was always so good, right? Back when I could compete size-wise, I literally got to freshman year, and I like went out in the summer, and I mean kids are already like 6'4", and I
Yeah.
was like, "There's no chance."
Gadsden City's different with like some big dudes. They've always
And they're
had
the smallest of the 7A schools.
Yeah, I know. It's
Like
wild.
there was no chance for me, so I didn't play, and I used to always play baseball because I
Yeah.
could always compete there.
Mhm.
But then like halfway through my junior year, all of a sudden it's like, all right, time for you to, and I got like
Genetics.
4, 5, 6 inches taller, shoulders got broad, hips got wide. I mean just mass. I went from like 180 to like 230 overnight.
That's
Right
wild.
now I'm up to like 250.
I didn't break 100 pounds till 9th grade.
Are you for real?
I, mean,
Like-
I promise you.
Yeah, I'm probably.
I
Like
didn't break 100 pounds till I was in 9th grade.
Dog.
I was
That's
like 80 pounds in 8th
crazy.
grade. And then I
That's so small.
See, what really worked wonders for me was working out, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be tiny, like arms like this big, paws. But anyways, like I would be so small, bro. My arms used to be like as thin.
No,
as my
yeah, I used to be able to like.
wrist,
I mean, I
Dude,
still
I
can do it,
can't.
but I
I
would.
can't.
I would do
can't.
that like all the way up my forearm, and now it's
Like
like.
I look
I
back
bought
at
this bracelet. I
pictures.
had to get the biggest size they offer.
And I started working out summer between like sophomore to junior year summer. I started working out,
Yeah, that's when I was. When I turned 16.
and
That summer.
I didn't really start seeing any progress until like.
It was a minute before I looked in the mirror and I was like, dang, like that's a different guy.
No, I still look at myself in the mirror the same every day, except like now I'm starting to really see my gains coming through.
There's definitely moments where I look at myself and I'm like, dang, have you not been working out?
Yeah, but nah, bro. Like I started really seeing progress like last year, but I would not hit the gym as hard. Like something since we graduated, I really just started hitting the gym hard because like.
I struggle so much with like finding motivation.
That's my thing is motivation.
Well, look,
see-
this is the Scott Ritchie rule. Give yourself 3 weeks. Go 3 to 4 days a week. 3 weeks, you'll make it a habit with anything.
It's not a bad
3
idea.
weeks, you'll make it
Well,
a
see, the
habit.
problem
And that
was-
happened with me. I can't go to the gym without feeling like a complete piece of freaking caca, man.
Well, see, I played baseball my whole life. As soon as my senior year ended, I got a call, moved to Atlanta, and played baseball every single day for 13 weeks.
wow.
I mean, it was gym, baseball games, repeat, gym twice a day. Had like my own special diet and nutritionist, and we did body scans, and
Wow.
it was crazy. And I got so burnt out.
I bet, yeah.
And then I get to Sneed, and I was like, no, not anymore. I don't
Yeah.
want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And so I quit, and that was kind of the last time I really worked out.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, why would I go?
It's
Like,
just like
I'll go, but it's like finding the motivation to go for me is like, I don't have anything to do it for anymore.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
you start, like, for me, it's like,
Like,
I
think was
started,
doing now.
like, it was an addiction because
That's right.
I wasn't seeing the physical. It's kind of like, I wasn't seeing me changing, but I saw myself getting stronger.
Yeah.
And that was such an addiction, dude. It's like,
Well, when you're
I
built
started,
a
like, if I'm,
donkey.
yeah, it's like, I'm looking at myself, I'm starting out dumbbell bench 25s.
I was the same.
Dumbbell
way.
bench 25s. And then whenever I broke 30 for the first time, I was like, oh, dude, I'm going to keep going. And then I'm at 40, then 50, and now I can do, like, 70s. Like, it's such an addiction, man. It's like, now, like, I'm able to curl, like, what I started out, like,
I know it.
benching dumbbell-wise. And, like, it's like, that's really what did it for me was the strength-wise. And now that I'm starting to see the gains, you know, I'm like, oh, God, if I don't go to the gym, I'm going to shrink down and be tiny again.
Yeah.
So, but
Well, see, now
that's
that
really what did it to me.
I'm trying to like lean out a little bit because now I'm not putting on as much muscle as I have been years past. So like last year I started the diet and got a little bit slimmer, but not toned as I liked.
Yeah.
So this year I've picked up running. I always liked running. I was real good at it too for a while.
Heck yeah.
But so I've started back running and eating right. I'm trying to get a little bit like toned,
Mhm.
like maybe lose a little weight in the hips and
Let
the
me
belly area.
let me tell you something, man.
And,
I told-
I'm really trying to lose weight in like face and arms
Yeah.
because like
Let me
Well, we
tell
had a
you
conversation
cheat
about this
code.
earlier.
And I told Bo whenever Hannah was still here while you were still at church, what my dad does for cardio, because he hates to run. My dad hates to run, and I do too, rightfully so. I played soccer.
I love running.
No. My dad, before leg day, every Tuesday and Thursday, he'll get on that treadmill for hours. Put it on like a 10-degree incline. Put it on 4 miles an hour. You will lose so much water. Like, you will sweat, dude. And I started trying it out. And I'll go for an hour. I won't go like my dad, where my dad goes like 2-3 hours on the treadmill. Then I'll do that. And it's so much better than running, I think.
See, I like running out.
Outside,
Like,
yeah.
Back when I used to run, like run, from my house, I'll walk out the front door and go right, and I'll catch the 5K route, which then runs into the 10K route. But see, like this is back when I was cross country days, like 17, 18 minutes,
Yeah.
3 miles.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? Crazy fast. You catch the 10K route, you go almost all the way down. The 10K route goes towards where the dog park is over there behind the mall. You don't follow the 10K route. You go off into that, go up towards the mall, and then like back up toward. It's a crazy route. It's like 10, 11 miles.
I'd be forgetting
And I
that you
used to-
lived over there, bro. And
Yeah.
you can pretty much run to anything
Oh,
you want.
I used to be running. Like summers, I'd run. And I'm
Yeah,
trying
like
to get
there
back
is-
to running again.
Yeah,
'cause
like
I
there's
enjoyed
something
it.
different about running outside, but I'm talking about like if you're trying to
Treadmill
like
sucks.
if you're trying to
Yeah,
like
I hate treadmills.
lose,
Yeah.
lose,
I feel
then
like
that
I could
would
do
be
that.
then-
Running outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ran 4 miles the other day by accident. First run back.
By
I go-
accident?
Yes. So I go.
Dude,
so I
that's
go to
insane.
catch. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna run like a mile, maybe 2, to get back into it. I catch the 5K route. So 5Ks are 3.2 miles.
Yeah.
I catch about the halfway mark. So like 1.5. Follow it to the end and do it again. So I ended up doing like 3.5 miles.
That's dope.
And I was like, I get home and like my legs are shaking. I was like, I didn't mean
It
to
just
run
happened.
this far.
Yeah.
And so like closer to the end, I was like, I definitely went too far, and I'm like dying. And I was like, just don't stop,
Yeah.
because I knew if I stopped, I was never gonna be able to
Yeah.
start again.
Once you stop,
I was
it's
like,
the
I was
hardest
just
thing.
I just kind of like set face. I was like, just don't stop. And then I got home, stopped, and died.
yeah.
It felt so bad. My legs still kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie, but I gotta run tomorrow morning.
I can't run anymore, dude. I've got bad knees, and like I used to love
totally.
running, but my joints, dude, like
Man, I got terrible knee, man.
it's terrible. I've had surgery on this one. I mean, I'm gonna have to have a double knee replacement one day.
Oof, that's
That's
tough.
gonna be rough.
I like running. It's very.
And it's
tranquil.
kind of relaxing.
like,
yeah.
especially if you're not running where it's busy. It's
Yeah.
like
You get
very-
that runner's high at the end of it.
Oh yeah,
You feel
it's,
so good.
no, it's
afterwards.
definitely like it's just you.
Yeah, when you
can
get
go,
that runner,
you can go how fast you want.
Yeah.
You can go as slow as you want. You can listen to whatever you want to.
Mhm.
It's just you out there with your thoughts, and it's real nice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
That's kind of how I feel in the gym, dude. It's like I'm not paying attention to anybody else in
Yeah.
there. It's just me. I'm doing it for me. And,
The gym's once I get to the gym, like I'm good. But it's the part where I have to get up and get to the gym.
dude, no, like I used to be that way, but the gym is like the one thing that I look forward to every single day.
Yeah.
It's like, even if I'm flying going to Coleman, it's like that drive sucks so bad. That hour and a half drive is awful. And all I'm thinking about is like when I get home, I'm going to the gym. And on the way back from the airport, coming home, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna go change when I get home. I'm going to the gym, and I feel so freaking awesome when I'm there, bro. And I put on my music, bro. I'm listening to Yeet or something like that. Like, I'm vibing out. Like, oh my God, let me say this, bro. I'm in the gym today. I swear to God, I just remembered this today, bro. There's been the past 2 days, like, I've been working out with my dad because of the break, and dude, we're chilling in there working out, and there's this dude who likes to do handstands. And he always sings and talks to himself like a schizo, bro. I swear to God, he's one of the weirdest people I've ever seen in my life. He's doing the assisted ab crunch. The assisted dips. And he gets done. He's like, has his headphones in and just like so loud. He's like, wake up, snap out of it. And I swear to God, bro, he was, oh my God, he was like, wake up, snap out of it. And me and my dad just look at each other, and Dad just like,
I can see your dad.
This is why I don't like the gym.
I can see your dad playing his day.
dude was so weird.
There are some crazies at gyms.
Nah, bro, this kid literally was so schizophrenic, dude.
That's terrifying.
He literally was like, dog, like, I was getting scared. Like, this dude will just pump out, like, just a handstand out of nowhere, singing, like, Best I Ever Had by Drake at, like, full max volume in the gym, bro. It's crazy. Like, the dude's kind of scary. Like,
never heard of headphones.
He had headphones on. And he's singing it out loud. He's like, he's doing his headstand.
Homie's
Best I
really
ever had. Like, he's getting them vocals. Like, he's like, best I ever had.
Dude, he's
Like,
really
he's going
in his
crazy,
own world.
man.
I'm trying to be that confident. in him.
He was like, wake up, snap out of it. And I just spit everywhere, but I'm pretty sure he spit everywhere too. I just did an accurate representation of him. No, my dude was in a different zone, bro. I was just trying to do my dips,
so
man.
goofy.
And he was doing his assisted dips. See, that's the difference between assisted stuff.
Dipping.
Maybe my dog was in a trance or something like that. Or maybe he was just trying to be like woke or something like that. Like he's being like his inner B word was coming out, and he was like, "Wake up, snap out of it." To be alpha top G again, Andrew Taint.
He gotta
bro.
get himself back locked in.
He had to, bro. Hashtag locked in.
I forget that we're supposed to be looking at the camera. I've been looking at the monitor the entire time.
Do we have any more topics, Wade?
I'm out of
What about you,
topics,
Bo?
actually.
Yeah, anything else
we
you wanna talk about?
transitioned into all of my topics beautifully. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we really did. That first one was a little rough, but once we got on the roll, we were on the roll.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Bro, my hair looks like poo poo.
You want to ask us?
Ooh, that's tough. I think all your like topics you had were literally like spot on mine.
Yeah. Any in sync.
It's tough. I'm trying to think of something.
What is your go-to Arby's order?
Arby's. Oh, see, that's beef and cheddar. I'm a
Beef and
fan.
cheddar
I
is
don't like beef and
easily
cheddar.
See, I used to hate it. but
Beef
then I
and
was
cheddar,
like,
bro. Let me just put this on just for the record. I would do anything for a beef and cheddar. You don't matter. It does not matter, bro. I swear. Like, I would do unspeakable things for a beef and cheddar with an extra cup of cheese on the side, bro. Just,
There's a drizzle on top.
gosh, dude, I would do. My gosh, dude, a beef and cheddar sounds so good right now.
Oh man.
Anyways, Wade,
Random stuff.
are you a chicken finger guy at Arby's?
No.
I kind of feel like you are. They're good chicken fingers though.
They are but if I'm going to Arby's, it's definitely because I want Arby's.
Yeah.
And so it's always either I'll get 2 of the there's like the 3 different size classic roast beef.
Yeah.
I'll get the medium. I'll get 2 of them, or I'll just get the big large
The
one
big
meal.
one?
But I'll never. I have big ones.
That is a massive.
I mean,
freaking
I'll never
sandwich.
finish it. There'll always be like
Yeah,
pieces
no.
of meat I'll have to like take
You can't
out.
go wrong with a classic roast beef sandwich,
No,
man. You
but
can't.
usually my go-to is just the 2,
Yeah.
and then maybe a drink.
Those Carly fries smack though, dude.
Yeah.
Golly, can't beat them.
Yeah.
They're glorious.
Let me think.
Do we want to go deep, like deep conversations, or are we trying to think of
How
We're at an hour 14 right now.
I mean, it's up to you.
Because I know people will watch this crap.
Oh,
I don't know if Bo is a big rap guy, but what's your favorite producer tag?
yeah, I'm not a big rap guy, but I do know some producers.
What's your favorite?
APA. You want
I was about to say that.
Pierre.
Will Smith. Shout out,
Nah,
to
bro.
I like that one. That's
Look up, I got a couple, bro. You know Filthy? Wake up, Filthy.
I've never heard that.
Look up right now.
Never heard that in my life.
And Starboy, you're my hero, bro.
I've
Listen.
never heard either of
Starboy.
those.
It's like, Starboy, you're my hero.
You gotta be different.
I really love, Filthy's good. Look up Filthy's producer tag. You'll hear it.
We'll look it up right now. We'll play it live.
We'll play it live on the Themeless Podcast. Shout out Themeless Podcast, bro. Love Themeless Podcast.
What's it called?
Filthy F1LTHY. You'll recognize it. You'll hear it. You'll like.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard that. Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard the Starboy one. Starboy's in like
No, I definitely haven't.
Ken Carson, some Yeet. It's on Matt Hardy.
I've
by,
been listening to a lot of lately.
Trippy
like
and
a lot of like. I don't know how to say it. Like slower contemporary music.
I do really like some slow songs.
I've been getting into Giveon.
Giveon's different, bro.
Yeah,
That's good.
shout out to Drew McBurnett and Ethan Jones were on him, dude. Like they got me on that. They don't. Yeah,
Shout out.
they
Shout
kind
out.
of they started listening to it. And I was like, I don't know, I'm not really into it. And then I listened to like 3 songs, and I was like,
He was
"Damn."
into it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of into it.
Yeah, sometimes rap gets old.
Yeah, I kind of transitioned out of it. I was in it for a while, and then I was like,
For me, it comes and goes.
yeah,
Like I'll listen to it like if like a new album comes out, I'll like listen to it.
yeah.
But then after I get burnt out, I just go back to what I'm already listening to.
Right.
Well, I don't know if this like makes sense or not, but like the new age rap, like the new
Yeah.
sounds like
No, I know what you're talking
Yeet,
about.
Ken Carson,
Yeah.
kind of Playboy Cardi, like Rage style beats, stuff like that, dude. Just something like I don't really like old, like just regular rap. It's just boring and repetitive, but I really like the new sound because the new sound is so like. Of course, you got your hi-hats and stuff like that, like the normal hi-hats, 808s, stuff like
Yeah.
that, but it's just the new sounds and synths and stuff. And then there's a big like rock influence in hip-hop
See,
now.
I'm a big rock guy.
I love me some
Yeah.
rock, bro.
I was listening to some Guns N' Roses. On the
Yeah,
way
bro.
here,
Guns N' Roses.
and Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love them.
I can't. Kings of Leon.
Kings of
They're
Kings
so
of
good.
Leon is crazy, dude. They're probably my favorite.
Yeah. Did you know who is it that sings? Of course not. I'm not gonna remember the name. It's that big. It's like a frat song. It's like a big one.
What? How does it go?
See, I can't remember now. I think it's by the Killers.
I don't know. You'd have to say some lyrics.
Let me figure it out.
Also, the Foo Fighters are good.
Yeah.
Lumineers, love the
Those
Lumineers.
are my guys.
Lumineers are freaking lit, bro.
Mr. Brightside.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You know it's a Christian song.
Really?
For real.
Listen to it when you drive home, and like think about it that way. It's 100%. They're a Christian group.
I did not know that.
Didn't know it either.
That is wild.
Didn't know it either.
I had no idea, bro.
No idea.
That comes in my that's in my playlist.
Mr. Brightside's such a
Mr.
good song.
Brightside's a great song.
I did not know that. That's wild. Learn something every day.
Mhm.
That's pretty.
Sure
I
do,
remember
by
that.
golly.
I was like, no way.
That's pretty sick.
That's lit, man.
No.
For real.
And then like I remember the day I found out Skillet was a Christian
Skillet's
group.
dope.
Bro, Skillet.
I
I heard
found
Skillet
out-
for the first time at Winter Jam.
Yeah,
That's what I
live.
found.
Live
That's what I
Skillet
found
was
out.
so
Well,
good.
did you go to the one
bro.
where they were in like the like they rode around?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was there. That's when I found out they were.
My
Christian.
dad legit has hearing loss. I'm not even playing. Like ever
was
since
so
that thing,
loud.
it was insanely loud.
Yeah,
He
No,
was
like,
because I
KB was at
heard
that
like
one,
yeah,
too.
KB
That was such a good.
Dude, that
That
was when like I
was.
really I like KB like that was when he was smaller too.
yeah, exactly.
He was-
And he
Not a lot of
grew,
people
he's
knew
grown
about
so
him.
much like he like headline Motion
Oh
when
really?
when we went to Motion he kind of headlined like and KB was just kind of one of those openers at
Yeah.
Winter Jam but he like headlined Motion
That's dope.
Like, he
which
was
is crazy but
good.
KB is.
I just remembered because I thought Christian rap like honestly was so corny
I
back
did
in the
too.
day.
I did
But
too.
I heard
Some of them are good though.
Yeah.
I heard KB and Lecrae slide on a Metro beat, bro.
That was
Like whenever I heard like Hammer Time.
Yeah, Hammer
and
Time. That's
what's the song with Ty Dolla $ign that Lecrae has?
I know
If
what
I
you're talking
ever
about, but I
took
don't
a
remember.
loss, I
Yeah.
won.
Blessings,
Yeah,
Blessings.
blessings.
Yeah.
Dude, like that like changed the game for me. I was like, man, Christian rap ain't that bad. And then KB kind of has that style, man. Like I didn't know that. I'd ever hear, if you're on Metro.
Yeah.
Don't like. I never thought I'd hear a Metro producer tag on a Christian rap song, and I thought it was the wildest moment ever. It was like a life-changing experience. I was
Yeah.
like, "This is insane."
That was one of
dude.
the things I thought was really good about Kanye.
What about
When he swapped over to the Christian,
Oh yeah.
he had every big name on there.
He did.
Mhm.
Kanye did. Let's talk about Kanye real quick, man. Like Kanye's been all over the place.
He is lost.
He's off his meds.
I don't even know what to think. I thought
Well-
it was great when he like started like becoming a Christian, but dude, he's
I think it was real.
I think it was for
But
a while,
his-
but it's like I don't know what's happening.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, now he's-
bad bipolar.
Yeah, he is. I
and
think he's got
so
other
he
stuff
got he
going
got
on.
off his meds,
Yeah.
which is already bad enough because we've seen like back in that we've seen Kanye off his meds before. It's not.
We
a
saw
new
the
thing.
George. We
yeah.
saw the George Bush incident. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. We saw the Taylor Swift incident.
But and those were all kind of like when he was kind of off his meds, right? But then when he's on his meds, he's fine, he's normal. So I mean, he's Hollywood, so not really normal.
Yeah.
And then he kind of found Jesus, it seemed, and he was doing all the Christian stuff. Like he released like 2 or 3 Christian.
And he had a
Christmas-
family
Yeah.
still.
Yeah. And then he got off his meds.
Yeah.
Then his mom died.
Yeah, that's tough.
Well, no,
And
I
he
really have you watched the
just kinda-
documentary? The documentary's insane.
And then he just kind of fell.
I hope it was real when he turned to God, and I hope that one day
Hey.
he does push back. But who
Real
are we?
or not,
Yeah. it was-
look at the impact.
Oh, facts. Yeah, he had a
mean-
big impact on people, and honestly, I think hopefully there's people that definitely turned it off through that. But
And that album still goes hard. The Jesus is King.
Jesus
there's
is King.
King.
There are some
It actually does
sleeper
have some good songs
songs.
in there.
Yeah.
Hands On. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hands On
yeah.
is my favorite song. Has been my favorite song since
I
it
think
was.
my favorite of the album is Selah.
Yeah.
That song goes so good.
Hands On is such a good song, bro.
And like,
Yeah.
it's really kind of sad what's happened to him. And like, I hate the way that the media portrays him. Like, they obviously know that he has mental health
Yeah.
issues.
But I
And
mean,
all they're gonna do is bash him.
Yeah.
It's
Make
like,
it worse.
I mean, not a single person. Kim Kardashian could get him the help he needs.
yeah, she could.
but he doesn't want the help. But this is gonna sound a little controversial. But from what Kanye is saying, there is a little bit of truth.
No,
Well,
I
It's
truth
agree.
in
just like
everything.
just like Andrew Tate.
There's truth in everything.
There's and with but more so with Kanye, there's a little bit of truth in what he's saying about Hollywood.
I agree. Yeah.
There's truth there.
It's crazy. He tries
And
to
with
out
Andrew
Hollywood
Tate,
for
and
being corrupt.
you know,
Mm.
with
And
Andrew
paint him as a
Tate,
bad guy, and make him silent.
Yeah.
it's just the way his message, Andrew Tate's message, comes off. He's 100% correct.
Andrew
It's just
Tate 100% said all of that on purpose. He wanted to get
because he knew it would be because it's different. Nobody's saying the stuff that he said,
exactly.
and it's gonna get a rise out of people.
And
And
he
people are gonna
blows
take
up, and then now which I mean, probably root of it, he really just want to make a lot of money, which he has.
Yeah.
But I mean, he
But
was
he has-
was already making a ton of money before even.
But he's made the more recent Andrew Tate is more. Oh, I can actually see that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But because like when he first kind of came on the scene, he was saying some outlandish
Yeah, he was saying
stuff.
something, but there's truth behind it. There's truth
Sure.
behind every single thing that he said. Everything was right. The message, just the way that he came off,
Yeah.
just the way that he would come off
Yeah, it was definitely
was.
rubbing people
I mean,
the
I
wrong
could. I
way.
mean, I understand why everybody got upset over what he said.
I was kind of behind it.
Mm.
You know, he didn't need with the things he was saying,
Right.
though, especially the way he was saying them was like.
Yeah, the way he was
Yeah.
saying it was
Okay,
just
dude.
super,
Yeah.
super
Let's
weird,
calm that
super
down.
sus. But
Women definitely do need rights.
yeah, yeah. But yeah,
Oh man,
facts.
what a guy.
Crazy.
One more thing.
One more.
Death Row Mill.
Favorite or like our favorite? Like we've been on it multiple
You're on.
times.
You're on.
Yeah.
You're on.
Well,
You're
my
on,
third one
you're
was
on-
really my favorite.
You're on death row.
You get 1 mil.
Your last meal ever before you get executed.
Okay, is it like a 4-course or?
Anything.
Anything in the world.
Okay.
God, I gotta think now.
Dessert,
Holy
I'm
moly.
starting off strong. Dessert, tiramisu.
Okay, I'm going straight. I don't really have like a preference on the flavor, but just like a really, really, really good cheesecake.
Oh, facts.
Like
Cheesecake.
a top dollar
Yeah.
cheesecake. Cheesecake's my favorite
Oh
Cheesecake
my
dessert. So it doesn't matter the
gosh.
flavor.
This dude
Top
just had
dollar,
a
I want that.
Yeah, no, cheesecake's the bomb.
Yeah.
I could go for some meat and cheesecake.
Cheesecake is the bomb. Say that at a movie theater. Anyways, so let's go across
Okay.
for
Yeah.
We'll start beverage, appetizer, entree, dessert.
I
Okay.
like that.
All right,
Okay,
so wait.
my beverage, I already know it. It's super specific, and I know I would never get it. So, one time, not too terribly long ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, I was with my mother, for the summer, and we were in Orlando. We had gone to a Magic game. Yeah, I'm a Magic fan, which kind of sucks. But
I'm a Hawks fan. They're both kind of.
so, but afterwards we did. I don't think we weren't gonna drive all the way back to Ocala to the farm. Farm, really nice place. So we stayed at this like really nice resort.
Yeah.
Go, just for a night. It was really nice.
I bet.
But so we were going to get food because obviously they have a kitchen. We go to food, and the only thing that's open is the bar. So we had to get like food that they would serve at the bar and drinks. But obviously I was like 15. I couldn't get any drinks from the bar.
You could.
So I asked them
Like
for sweet
first-
tea.
Oh.
High dollar place with a high dollar guy. He was like, get him sweet tea. And they're like, okay. So they brewed me my own full fresh pot. Now, if you know anything about sweet tea, it has to steep and cool off. They didn't let it cool off, right? So it hadn't steeped all the way. But they bring it out to me, okay? And it's in this, it's a glass full of ice, and they pour it in. And it's so the tea is somewhat warm, and it hasn't steeped all the way, but it was in the ice, so it's somewhat cooled down. So I drink it. Best tea I've ever had in my life.
Have you tried to recreate it?
Yes, but it's
You can't
you
do it.
can't.
You don't
because
know what
that's not
kind
how
of tea.
you make tea.
You don't know what kind of tea they
No
use
idea.
though.
Well, see,
And like how long?
but see, that's the thing. It's like it wasn't properly made. So like you can try to remake it, but how do you mess it up on purpose?
That's crazy.
It was so sweet and like almost kind of fruity.
That's
It
wild.
was so good. I drank the whole thing. I want that for my beverage.
I bet.
Okay.
See, this is this is wild. I'm just sticking with water. I'm a water drinker. Water's probably my favorite beverage of all
Really?
time. Well,
The
cheer
last-
wine.
Does it have to be like
Cheer
a
wine,
cheer
bro,
wine's
the
gas.
cheer wine.
Does it have to be like a certain temperature? One?
Okay, see, now you're getting here. So
Hey.
not like a freezing cold, not room temp, but a good in the middle. Not like a super cold, but not room temp.
Kind of like a cold glass with some ice.
Yeah, I'd say two cubes of ice in it would be like 2 to 3 is like my good temp. And then here, like it can't be tap, and I'm a
Give me the good stuff.
Exactly. I'm a spring water guy.
What's your favorite water brand, Bo? We're gonna get a little bit off topic here, but what's your favorite water brand?
This is tough.
He definitely has one.
I do. So, I know I'm biased. I work at Publix, but Publix spring water is always a good choice. However, I did have this. I don't even remember the brand of it. I had this water bottle. It looked fancy, so I grabbed it, and it's got like this like cap on it, and like I don't know. It was great. I think it was like a gray cap.
Voss?
Maybe.
Glass bottle?
water's
I
great.
really, I really like that.
Glass
one.
bottle with the silver cap? That's
Yeah.
Voss.
I really
Voss
like
is some
Voss
good
is
water.
nice, dude. I used to get Voss at.
expensive.
I used to get Voss.
Yeah, I
No,
tried it
bro.
one
I used
time.
to get Voss water at TJ Maxx whenever I'd
Did
get
not
dragged
know
there
that was
shopping
there.
with my parents, bro.
It's good stuff.
Voss
yeah,
is
I
nice.
have that. That's good.
So
Some cold Voss water with some
cold
ice.
Voss water is pretty solid pick. For me, you know, whenever in Family Guy when they go to the Drunken Clam, you know how they get their beer in that nice little beer
Like the pipe
cup,
mug?
the cup, yeah, the mug.
Yeah.
I would get that. I would get that mug, and I would pour as much coconut Red Bull into that jug.
Oh, coconut Red Bull.
I knew you were gonna say that. Coconut Red Bull is your thing.
Me and
Why did
Bray-
that scare me, bro?
As
I
much,
was like, Bray don't tear up some coconut Red
I
Bull.
know it.
as much coconut Red Bull as I could fit into that mug,
Oh,
it is.
that's not a
fitting
bad idea.
In that
You'll
mug,
die of a heart attack
Yeah,
before
you
they
might die
kill
from
you.
that before anyways.
go out,
There you go.
go out happy, bro. That's
All right,
what I'm
next
saying.
up is what, appetizer?
Appetizer.
What do you want to do, a mousse bouche?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know
It's
what
but
that
go
means.
off.
It's French. It's a French course. It's a pre-appetizer.
Oh, jeez, that's a lot of food.
It really is.
I think I'd get full before even getting to the appetizer, big
No,
dog.
appetizer. See, I think I might keep it classic for appetizer. I think I might just go like a big basket of just really good fried pickles.
Okay.
Just keep it simple.
I
Nothing
like that.
fancy. Just fried pickles. Big old thing of ranch. Putting them down.
My gosh. I just thought of something insane.
Oh my. Well, wait your turn.
Bo's
which-
turn.
So I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna go with just some bread, some classic bread, but the butter that I need has got to be like that cinnamon butter from like
Texas
Roadhouse.
Ooh.
That butter
Holy
is so
crap.
good, dude.
That
It could be
butter
on
is
any.
good.
The rolls there are phenomenal,
I was
but it
thinking
could be
about
any
Texas
bread. I
Roadhouse.
feel like that would be good.
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah,
that for the appetizer just to kind of get me going before we.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Now,
about
what
you,
was
good sir?
yours? You were super excited. So.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say
It's gonna
it.
be something weird, like
It's so odd.
6-piece mozzarella sticks from Sonic.
Sonic. Yeah,
Sonic.
I thought about doing that, but I was
Dude.
like, no.
They're good.
This might sound a little weird, but I just love it when you bite into the cheese stick and grease shoots out into the back of your throat, bro. Tell me I'm not. Like, it is just an amazing, just great. Like, I get filled with serotonin, dog. Like, it is just like,
That's how you know
man,
you're
this
at
is.
Sonic.
And like the grease just shoots into your mouth, bro.
a
Pause,
Sonic
but
experience.
resume. Like, let me tell you, dog. It is a great experience, and it's something that I look forward to every time I eat cheese sticks. You get 99-cent cheese sticks at Sonic on Mondays. Don't forget it.
Oh,
Don't
I
forget.
never forget.
Maron. Anyways,
Not the
entree.
All right, we can do like an entree and sides.
Yeah.
Oh, facts.
I
So
like that.
one entree, two sides.
Double
Yeah,
double
okay.
appetizer.
Okay,
If you
okay. For my entree, okay, I know this is really simple and not very bougie, like for a last meal, right? I'll get there with the sides.
I know where this is going because I want the same thing.
Really big double cheeseburger from Merle's.
Never mind, I made that up. I thought you were going steak. I'm a big steak guy.
Nope, no. Double cheeseburger from Merle's, and they're big, dude. It's the best burger I've ever had.
I've never had one from Merle's. I'll be honest.
Got to.
I don't even know what
Change
Merle's
your
is,
life.
but I've heard you talk about it a bunch.
God, change your life. Swear.
It might be worth it.
My two sides. One, I'm gonna have. This one's kind of out there. It is a lobster stuffed.
That sounds glorious. You're not even
Exactly.
done.
I know. It's a lobster stuffed, but it's a fish. I just can't remember what kind of fish it was. I want to say it was mahi, maybe.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember. I had it at some restaurant down at the
Golly,
beach.
that
It was like
sounds
a
good.
yeah, it was some lobster stuffed fish, and then the fish was like baked in like a dish. It was really cool.
Good
That
deal.
was good.
That sounds
And
good.
then my second one is going to be a second side. Honestly, I'm gonna go sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato.
Okay.
I had some tonight.
I
They were
love
Sleeper
sweet
pick.
potato fries.
Absolute sleeper of a pick.
Very good.
That is,
Very good.
I love sweet potato fries.
I'm gonna go really classy American here. All right.
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
go with just a medium rare great steak. It's got to be like a,
yeah, it's gotta be right.
It's got to be it's got to be cooked right, or I'm not eating it, and I'm not being executed. It's I gotta have
yeah,
my milk.
well,
cooked
I will
right.
wait.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll hold off. And then I'm a big mac and cheese guy. I love mac and cheese,
That is pretty solid.
but I will have to say Kraft mac and cheese is like bottom tier mac and cheese.
Kraft mac and cheese.
Especially when you've had the top.
Exactly.
Kraft mac and cheese sucks. We're just
Get
gonna lay
loud.
it down.
Clip that. That's going on the gram.
If you honestly, and I gotta sit up for this one because I'm very passionate about mac and cheese as well. If you are a Kraft mac and cheese enjoyer, you can't be on the podcast.
Dang.
Simple.
That is ruthless.
Simple.
I think it's
You
about
can't.
75%
You
of
can't.
the podcast.
And you can't. I'm sorry. The best mac and cheese that you can get bought is the deluxe Velveeta.
Shells.
Or the shells,
The
yeah, the
shells.
deluxe.
Yeah.
The deluxe with the white
So,
cheese, bro. Just
Cracker Barrel has some good mac and cheese.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
they
do, bro. I don't know why I'm doing this right now, but I felt the
He's
need to
thinking
do it.
about it.
I would do Cracker Barrel mac and cheese with the steak, and then for my second side, this is tough. This is tough. I'm gonna cry. I don't know. Probably some good mashed potatoes.
Facts.
I'm a good
See,
mashed
mashed
potato.
potatoes almost made it on my list. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I love some mashed potatoes.
I could go.
So
What about you, good sir?
I'm kind of torn between this because I'm very passionate when it comes to food. I'm in love with food.
Me too.
I've eaten numerous amazing entrees in my lifetime.
Mm.
The one that has never ceased to leave my mind.
I'm so curious as where this is gonna go.
And I almost want to cry talking about it because I'm so passionate about this. The double from In-N-Out.
I'm gonna need some explanation. Why is it so good?
Why?
Well,
In and out?
Why is it causing you to tear up? I want to know the meaning behind it.
That burger holds more than just a burger. That has a story.
So each patty, there's a story.
Emotional value there.
Explain your love for this burger, Braden.
Wrap up the podcast with this story.
Biting into the burger. You know, it almost reminds me of how you feel driving home after you have your first kiss.
That is a great feeling.
It almost reminds me of when you bag an absolute 10,
Dime.
you know? Biting into that burger was a spiritual experience that every day I wake up and wish that I could experience again.
I know where you can experience it.
Rightfully so. Merle's. Let's take a field trip there.
Well, they're close right now. But
That burger,
it's 10:30.
it just has a hold on me, man. And
This is emotional.
I remember taking my first bite of that burger. I was 15.
What was on it?
Meat.
I'm so glad. That is a great burger.
Excellent. Just some meat.
Cheese and the cheese.
Mm-hmm. You have any lettuce? tomato, onion?
Phenomenal. Onions.
Oh,
Not a big lettuce or
Any
tomato guy.
condiments?
I like a
Ketchup.
Ketchup and mustard.
Ketchup
And a little bit of mayo for the bun.
Mm.
And let me tell you, it was just great. For the sides, Panera mac and cheese.
Oh, I forgot about Panera's.
Panera mac and cheese as a side.
That's heat.
For my last side, I'm also pretty torn between this because this is another thing that I used to hate. I hated it so much. My mom forced me to eat it every night for dinner whenever I was over here.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out to my mom. I grew to love this side, and it is a great vegetable. Green beans are taking the last side spot.
Gotta be the good green beans. Though.
And I'm talking about school green beans.
Ooh.
School green beans, dog.
Green beans in general. Listen, green beans will make me throw up.
Really?
The
I hate
school-
green beans. I don't know
The
why.
school green beans, man. I actually take that back. Cracker Barrel green beans.
Those are okay.
Those are pretty good. Those are nice.
All these people up north are like, what's a Cracker Barrel? Do they have
Cracker
Barrels
Barrel.
up there?
No,
I didn't
it's
think
just
so.
They
a southern
don't.
thing.
Cracker Barrel.
It's really just like
Like around where we are, really.
yeah, it's really just like an Alabama, Mississippi,
yeah.
Georgia, some Tennessee type place.
That's what I thought.
So yeah, that is my
Just like
entree.
Jack's. You know, Jack's is only
Yeah.
Alabama.
Only Alabama.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Mhm.
Whenever I said I lived in Atlanta,
Mhm.
there's no
No chicken biscuits?
there was no Guthrie's, and there was no Jack's.
What a blessing.
No
Like,
chicken biscuits.
At our games, the guy who was the coach and over
Yeah,
Doyle
what's y'all's
Academy-
pregame meal?
the guy over at Doyle Academy,
Uh-huh.
he's from Rainbow City, and so he hired a Guthrie's food truck to come and park outside
That's
the home
elite,
games
bro.
because he just missed it.
Oh my god, what a guy. What a
All
guy.
right. So, double from In-N-Out. Panera mac and cheese, Cracker Barrel green beans. Move on to wait for the desserts. Let's run it.
I think we already kind of stated them. Mine is just a really high dollar, nice cheesecake.
Tiramisu for me. I love a good tiramisu.
Tiramisu's good.
It's phenomenal.
My mom's homemade creme brulee.
Oh, I need to taste that.
Dude,
Sounds pretty good.
I will tell my mom tomorrow to make you a creme brulee. And it is so good, dude. And I love it. I love my mom's creme brulee. You know, You would have thought that I would have said my grandmother's strawberry cake or an M&M Blast from Sonic.
Oh, I gotta change one of my sods. You just reminded me of something.
But it's my mom's creme brulee. I love you, Mom. Shout out to you. Wade, make your pick.
I am taking away the lobster stuffed fish.
Oh,
side.
I thought that was a quite outlandish
It's good.
pick
sounds
because
good.
lobster is phenomenal.
It's
but
really good.
lobster, a very good lobster roll that I had in Maine
No,
at a food truck
no,
in Maine
no.
would not crack top 5 of my top.
What is gonna
food
replace it?
list.
It's gonna blow your minds.
Blow my mind,
grandmother, the
son.
one who just died recently.
Yes.
Her fried okra.
I remember you talking about that fried okra before.
My
Matter of a
grandmother-
fact.
My grandmother used to make this fried okra. Nobody else has ever made like it. You would eat it like popcorn.
Do you have a recipe?
People, no. She never measured.
Bro.
She didn't have recipes. My mom has tried to remake it thousands of times.
Couldn't do it.
Nobody ever make a cornbread either. But no, she would make it in big old bowls. I mean, she just talks about, and all the kids and all the grandkids or whatever. You know, she has like 18 grandkids.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I mean, we would just, it's like candy. It was so good. It's a lot of the reason I don't eat a lot of fried okra at other places because it's never, like,
It's not hers.
I'm like, this is nowhere close.
It's not hers. Man.
So, like, after her funeral, they had fried okra at the place that we were eating at, like, for everybody. And everybody kind of got it. And I was like, why don't you eat fried okra? And I was like, I don't want to be mad that it's not hers.
Yeah.
It's, oh, man. Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace to
That
Wade's
sounds
grandmother.
good.
man.
I don't like fried okra, but just from your explanation, I
Oh.
want to go out.
I mean, it was like,
I would
no
try it.
fried
I would
okra.
try it because
Yeah.
I've never
Well, you
never
can't,
had the. Well, obviously I can't, but you know, it's.
I mean, it was like no fried okra you'd ever had. I mean, it was like, you know, fried okra has like that spongy kind of texture, but it's kind of tasty.
Yeah.
No. It was, a little crunchy, kind of soft a little bit sometimes. Down the whole barrel. That's so good. Illuminati.
I thought we were doing the Andrew Tate sign.
That's Illuminati.
Anyways, anything else?
That is it for me.
I felt like I was getting emotional here at the end
I mean,
because
the In-N-Out was really doing
the
something
In-N-Out, dude, the In-N-Out is just different. I think everybody should try In-N-Out once in their life.
at least.
But any final remarks before we end off the podcast?
Guys, I just want to shake your hands and say thank you for having me on.
Of course, you're a
Absolutely,
great guest.
absolutely.
Thank you very
Absolutely.
much.
We really
It was an
enjoyed
honor.
having you.
It was an honor.
Absolutely.
Of course.
I gotta take my hat off to say this.
Oh no.
Never mind. I'm putting it back on. So it looks pretty bad right now. If you made it to the end of the podcast,
Thank you.
thank you so much for watching. This has probably been a great. This has been a great episode. We made it an hour and 42 minutes.
Holy
oh my
crap.
gosh, that is so long.
That is crazy
Gonna
to
have to
me,
do some
dude.
editing.
That is some. Well, that's
I'm
a lot.
gonna have to do some editing. Y'all
Yeah.
get to chill. Well, Bo has to edit the pictures, but
Yeah, facts.
you know,
Yeah.
it's been a great hour 42 minutes. Appreciate y'all if you're watching. I also urge everybody to go to themelesspodcast.com.
Check it out.
Get you a shirt.
Or a hoodie.
Get you a hoodie.
Or a hat. We have hats. I
Or
know
a
we're
hat.
not wearing
We
crew
don't
neck.
have them right now. Get you a
Crew
crew
neck.
neck.
Sticker.
Great
Get
collection.
a
Get a
sticker.
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 $5. Like
Stickers are
what?
cool.
It's $5
Can't beat it.
freaking dollars, man.
Come on now.
It's $5 freaking dollars, man.
Yeah, if you don't buy stickers, that's just lame.
Honestly, but it's been real. Bo, I'll let you
Sign
just-
us off.
just sign us off.
Sign us off.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Thank y'all very much. Just a reminder, Jesus loves y'all. Goodbye.
All right.